Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and welcome to the Arm Wrestling Showcase number 53. You all know our host, Kane Fontecchio with Alpha Empire Arm Wrestling, and I'm Josh Edwards with Nowhere to Run. Today, we're going to be talking about different things going on in the community. Obviously, we have the exciting North versus South coming up in July on the 20th at the Crusader Brewing Company. But this weekend is the 52nd Apricot Festival. It is huge. It's Patterson. It's one of the biggest tournaments. It is the oldest tournament in the United States that's consecutive. 52 years this thing's been going. It's Bill Collins ran. It's the Ultimate Arm Wrestling League, UAL. Super stoked. Dan Wardlaw and Old Man Stronger actually coming up. This is going to be the first time ever that Patterson has had masters classes and payouts for the masters. So all you masters, get out there. Everybody come, show your support. It's going to be a fun day in the sun. It's one of those really cool events where there's tons of vendors and different things going on aside from the arm wrestling. The arm wrestling is in the town square, and it's the main entertainment of this Apricot Festival. But the whole time you have other things going on. There's thousands of people in the street. One of the coolest events that I've been to as far as the spectatorship. So really cool. Hope to see everybody there. That is this Saturday, June 1st. How you doing, Kane?
Real good, man. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that event, it definitely has that ingredient, where being that it's at a festival, you get all those extra spectators. And every time there is something like that, they all tend to gravitate to the arm wrestling area of what's going on. It's just so interesting and different. So
Right. Another thing that I can kind of relate it to is the one that Brandon Allen did in Victorville.
right.
That still stands as one of the most fun tournaments that I've been to. Again, because of what we're talking about. There was so much stuff going on, whether it was the costume contest, it was Halloween, so everybody's out there in their garb and whatnot. It was just awesome. It was so cool. And Brandon said that he is thinking about doing that again this year. So I hope that's locked in because that was a great Halloween time festival. It was awesome. But yeah, Patterson is same type of thing. Lots of vendors, lots of stuff going on. If you're that person that can't sit there and watch hours of arm wrestling straight, there's so much stuff to do over there. Whether it's vendors that make handmade purses and different trinkets, or everything you can think of made from apricots, from margaritas to lemonades to beef jerky. Like everything is made from apricots out there. So super cool.
Heck yeah. Right on. And what's up, Mr. Michael Linder? How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
What's
So
up, brother?
everyone says, we're trying to like squash this stigma or something, that arm wrestling is just a bunch of rough dudes and everything that drive trucks. And, that a lot of us are like computer programmers or like Lorenzo Munoz, who's a hairdresser and stuff, and a lot of different walks of life. Well, Mike Linder, you're not one of those people. Mike Linder, you're one of those rough dudes who shows up on an arm wrestling podcast smoking a cigarette, and all you need to do now is eat that cigarette
And drink gas through a
drink a
funnel.
little castor oil.
Yeah, definitely don't really take life too easy, that's for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Who says we're
So
supposed to, man? Who says we're supposed to, man?
yeah,
Enjoy every minute of it. None of us know when our ticket's up, man. You gotta just take life as it comes, man. Yeah, I feel like I feel like mental and happiness has so much to do with success in life, and whether that's having a cigarette or having a beer or eating candy or whatever it might be for people, like do what makes you happy, because when you're happy and comfortable, you're gonna perform better. Period.
yep.
But not at the expense of other people's misery, or try not
Oh yeah, no, of course not. Don't go around slapping everybody.
to.
And I guess one thing that might be true in terms of where that thought process may come from, I don't know, there's more stereotypical ways, but in more of a purist way, I think a lot of the people that do take to arm wrestling the most and kind of get that bug the most kind of live their life in that way, you know, might live life hard, might, you know, really enjoy the grind. And that's because, you know, you go to an arm wrestling practice for 4 or 5 hours. That's really what you're doing. And you're like, you know, really enjoying just being there grinding with other people that are interested in doing that. Yeah, that exchange of energy. So we're all a little bit crazy in that way, but I mean, hey, I think it's a good kind of crazy.
Heck yeah.
We got
Heck yeah.
Arm Truvial is in the house. What's up, Arm Truvial? The Drew is back hanging out. Hello there. Thanks for tuning in. Paul Stevens, what's up, brother? Says, what's up, guys? So,
Paul, you better be eating your creatine and drinking your pancakes. You better be doing something, buddy. You're going to have this a 20-round back-to-back. If this keeps multiplying, Paul, just so you know, every time we have a podcast, 10 more matches get added to your name. So that day, it's going to be Paul versus the North. Yeah. Yeah. With Kane in there to help me tag team. So
yeah.
What's the cutoff line for North versus South?
What's that?
What?
What's the cutoff? Is there like a parallel? Is there a certain parallel of the state?
Oh,
well,
right,
yeah. I mean,
right.
so it's funny because the place where we're having it, Bakersfield, is actually considered the center of California. Yeah, so that's like the cutoff line. Like
the Mason
south of Bakersfield, you're SoCal. North of Bakersfield, you're NorCal.
Gotcha.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to draw that line because I feel like if you drew a dead center in the state, there wouldn't be enough on the north side. Yeah, I think that's really just kind of the gist of it, isn't it? Because there's such a huge number of arm wrestlers right in that kind of central region,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah, it does trickle into the northern side, I feel like, but there's a lot fewer arm wrestlers. There's some good ones way up there, right? But just not a ton.
There's, I think, like the highest, the most north team would have to be like the Sacramento Armbenders, right? Which is it's all part of the Armbenders team, but the Sacramento or like Sac County Arms, which is like Santino and them's team, because they're up there like Lincoln and that area, which is all Bay Area. But yeah, then if we're really talking about the bulk of it, yeah, Turlock, where the Armbenders are, Modesto, Fresno, Visalia. Yeah, we have, kind of the bulk of it. You're right, is like in the center.
Yeah.
There's just a few teams up north.
But when
And
we
that's
talk
because
like
most of NorCal is like all redwoods. So
right.
like, yeah, once you get past the bay, it's all redwoods for 200 miles.
Now, isn't correct me wrong, but is it Luke that's way up there?
Yeah,
Or
Luke lives actually in the birthplace of arm wrestling in Petaluma. Yeah, that's where he lives.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
let's
and but Luke's an arm bender. I mean, Luke is he started and came up with Mike McGraw and them guys, Tom Nelson, Kenny Hughes, Luke Kent, Randy Weaver, Don Mormon, they all came up together. So
all right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right on. We've got Todd Colazzo's in the house, our teammate, and father of Elijah Colazzo, the new up and coming talent on our team. Let's talk about the shirts. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about real quick. Elijah just lifted 180 pounds today, bro. And that's a new PR for him. I watched the video. It's so awesome.
Was it
dude?
Bench?
He started. Oh, it was bench. It was just flat bench. I mean, he arched his back up like you're supposed to, but his butt was touching the bench. But 180 pounds up. And Todd said that a year ago he started at 45 pounds. So when you think about that, it's just super impressive, man. It's super cool to see. And yeah, just keep up the good work. Great job.
Amazing. Yeah. Killer job. That's probably a lot more weight than I could lift, Elijah. Good job, man.
Hey, not comfortably at least. Not comfortably at least.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So North versus South Church this year it's going to be a little different from North versus South 1, right?
Well, yeah, North versus South 1, we didn't have shirts, right?
Right. A lot
So
of people
everybody
showed
just
up in their
kind of
team
wore,
shirts.
yeah, everybody came in their team shirts, and we kind of did it that way. This year, we're gonna have it divided to where NorCal and SoCal will wear shirts that say NorCal and SoCal on them with, North versus South. It'll probably have the Crusader logo on it somewhere, this and that. But we're thinking of doing ringers, which are like, all the shirts will be white, for example, and just the cuff of the shirt, like this one here, will be red for the North, and the collar here will be red for the North, the rest of the shirt regular, and then for the South it'll be blue. So the collars and the sleeves will be the only thing that differentiates the two. That way it'll look very uniform and unified, with the small thing that separates the sides, and that way the viewer can know, okay, this guy's from this side or this guy's from that side. But yeah, everybody being in matching shirts that day, I think is really important for the documentary, for all of the stuff that we're trying to do, for trying to get sponsors and things like that. Them seeing everybody in a place wearing the same, memorabilia or merch is going to go a long way. So we're going to get everybody that's competing a shirt, and it'll be obviously again for your side that you're representing, and then we'll obviously take some really cool team pictures and stuff like that, and it'll again look really good for the viewership.
Absolutely. Yeah, the live viewership and the documentary, to be able to differentiate between what side of the state who was pulling with is going to be great. And what we were talking about last night that I definitely love the most is, so yeah, it's really cool that we all showed up last year in all of our different team shirts and stuff, but it kind of defeats the magic to what this event is. And for us to unite under our portion of the state into just two factions and compete against each other, not only at the end of the day are we all going to feel united, when the day's all said and done and we go to the after party, but during that competition, everybody in the South, all of our many teams, we're all on the same team. Everybody on the North, all of your different teams, you're going to unite to the same team, and you're going to be backing each other. It's going to be a cool vibe, and I think it's going to be really good for our state.
I just thought of this, and it's okay that we just talk about it now, whatever, but you have a match with Chewy Espindola, right-handed, right? And you're obviously the South, and he's the Central Coast, above Bakersfield. But either way, Goyo is also from Chewy's team, and he has a match with a North guy, and he said that this year he wanted to claim the South or whatever. So that's a pickle right there. That's a weird situation.
It would especially be weird if they were wearing the team shirt coming from the same team, and then we had to all that out.
But it won't be. Oh, you know what? But it won't be if we put them in the North or South shirt, because it's kind of a team thing. Okay, yeah. So that'll
and it all goes to the same place. Everyone kind of unites. So yeah, that's fine. And his match with the one from the North that we're talking, is that okay to say? Has it been released yet?
Yeah.
We talked about it last bit. Ryan, Robbie Ballesteros, right? Yes, sir. And we've got another couple match announcements. Number one for you, Josh. We have confirmed Mr. Robbie Noble. It's a done deal.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let's
said
do it.
he's-
Oh, you know what? I'm having connection problems. I can't hear you. Okay, that's good, man. That's exciting. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, Robbie, for the opportunity, man. Super excited. I hope to be able to give you a good war.
Yeah. Yeah. We love Robbie down here. And I don't know why we didn't think of it sooner. I think you guys are going to be perfect for a match together. It'll be a fun one to watch. And Mr. Michael Linder, you've got 2 matches, right?
Yeah.
So one is with Vince Palowski, right, Josh?
Right-handed.
Right-handed is with Vince Palowski. Left-handed is going to be with our number 3 165er, Alwyn Kaburi.
Yes.
And Alan Fishman just tuned in on the chat and says Robbie is going to kill Josh. He says Josh will be missed. What do you have to say about that, Josh?
I have to say about that, Alan Hodzi, just put your money where your mouth is.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Put your money where your mouth is.
How
500
much
bucks.
do you believe in your man, Alan?
500 bucks.
So
I
we
guess
can
he's
actually-
our man,
we can
Alan,
agree-
because we're Team South, right? What's that, Mike?
Oh no, I was gonna say, so if we wanted to bet on it, if we agree on a $20 bet or something, we can do that.
Why not,
Oh
man?
yeah, we're trying to make it to where there's a lot of that going on. A couple of the guys, and that's where that connection is being built. But a couple of the guys have put $300 on a match and stuff like that to make it a lot more exciting. You know, you're driving down there and you can win a little bit of money. So yeah, individuals definitely can bet with each other, and then you can also bet on other matches if you guys, if you and the party agree on a side bet for sure.
Think of it
That would
this
make
way.
that would make it much more exciting.
None of the competitors have to pay to participate in this event. And
No.
there's going to be an after party, and you can even find a little place to, plop open your sleeping bag or your tent in the backyard and camp out and have some free accommodations. Well, we're going to have plenty of food and drinks. So with that extra money, let's play some bets. Back your people. Let's get some action going on this.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
One thing a lot of people will be, I think, taking bets on is that featherweight round robin. Who's going to be backing Mr. Danny Dowler?
Oh yeah, well, Danny's definitely got a vote for me to be in the mix. It's way too hard to say who's gonna win who's gonna win a situation when there's that many rounds being pulled, right? So that's the hard part, right? I feel like there's 4 or 5 names that stand out that I feel like should be,
I'm gonna be listening, guys. I'm gonna stop the video.
that should be in the top. But again, it's just hard to say. But Danny's definitely one of the guys that I think should finish in the top for sure.
Yep.
I've watched him again at nationals, the different things that he's done, and the guy has been in situations where he has had to get called back up to the table, back up to the table, back up to the table. So he's been there, done that. And I feel like the guys who haven't been there, done that, it's going to be a hard day. It's going to be a hard day to be able to maneuver and say, what am I going to do this match? Or, oh, this is hurting a little bit. I need to go here, to be able to have the versatility and the wits to not burn yourself out and blow your load, right? So, yeah.
Definitely at some point, it really is going to become a test of endurance.
Yep.
Once we get down to the last few guys, everybody's going to have, skill level is going to be kind of equal. So at that point, it's just going to become a game of who's got more in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of interesting dynamics about this. Like number one, Danny, if this was going to be a super match between you and any of them, I'd probably favor your odds a lot. I think your odds would be really, really, really good. Because of the fact that you're a grinder, you're going to pretty much go into the hook with pretty much all these guys.
Yeah,
And
and
that brings up one factor, but if all of them were near your level, it would be a lot more of a factor, I think, for endurance, being that you'd be going into the grind with all of them. But a lot of them, we don't really know where they're at. This is kind of one of those situations where we're letting those chips fall to see what that top 10 does look like, and everyone in that weight category can kind of see where they fall. It could be a situation where you go into a grind with like 70-80% of them, you might go right through them. You might not.
Yeah.
There might be some of these guys coming out of the woodwork.
Right.
And that's what I think makes this so interesting, you know?
That's what I'm concerned about is, what is it? I would, if I went undefeated, because it's double elimination, right? What's
Triple.
that? 5, 6 matches at the very least. No,
Danny,
yeah,
it's triple elimination.
all right. I'm not doing that math in my head right now.
No, I'm just letting you know. The reason being because even if you're the first guy that gets eliminated, and it's triple elimination, you still had
No,
more pulls than you would
I
have
do
in first
remember.
place.
Sorry, I totally
Yeah.
forgot about that. But yes, yeah, I remember agreeing to this.
Who's all taking part of the round robin, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, you're in it. We put you in it.
What
Oh,
the
Yeah,
boy.
right.
What's up, Jeffrey? Yeah, good to see you, man.
What's up, guys?
So yeah, let's do this. So, and we also got Robbie Noble, looks like is going to be popping in here as well. There's a lot to talk about. I don't want to find Robbie's son a match, and honestly, just the way time has been with everything going on, like this is the place where we table a lot of this stuff. So let me pull up that list and let's bring ourselves up to date with who we know is doing the round robin and who we know is not.
Well, there's one name in there that I mean, like I got Danny on pretty much every single match that I can think of at that lightweight position. But your boy Jarek, man, Danny, that's the dude you got to watch out for. That dude
Really?
is so powerful.
Yeah,
Jarek.
He's a nut. He's
100
140 pounds. He's a calisthenics coach. So yeah, he definitely knows his way around strength and
He's a gymnast, right?
I don't have him
Uh,
on my list. Is he doing this?
Yeah, he's in there. Jarek Serta. Yeah, you have him in there, Jarek. Jerric.
all right. I didn't. This is my first time I've heard. Yeah, no idea. Does this guy have some videos?
Yeah, he had a super match or challenge match up there at Mike McGraw's with Alwyn, and he beat Alwyn.
Shit.
Oh.
Yeah, he had
so-
a super match last year at North versus South with Mike Brown. I mean, he was outclassed by Mike Brown, but that's Jarek. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, so this is we were up at Mike
up, Robbie?
McGraw's.
How you doing, guys?
Thank you
So-
for the opportunity, brother. I hope that I can give you something, bro. Look, hey,
Yeah, it should be fun, man. It should be fun. Can't
heck
wait.
yeah. Heck yeah. I'm gonna bet you though, Alan. I'll bet you just to bet you, bro.
Yeah, I'm terrible with names. Someone had to actually show me your picture. I'm very sorry that I'm just babbling. When I saw, he's like, "Oh, that fucking guy. I remember him."
Yeah.
You're like,
no, it
no,
should be a
yeah, I'll
good time.
take that match and smash that dude real quick.
So
I
in
love
ter-
it. Thank you.
I might have to take 2 super matches that day just cause. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, to balance it out. Hell yeah.
in terms of bets too, like what's so interesting about this North versus South dynamic is it's not just the matches. you know, that you could be betting on who's going to win this thing. Is it going to be the North or the South? You
Oh
know?
yeah, yeah,
And
Wasn't it the
it was
South that
close
won it
last
last
year.
time?
It was the South
yeah.
last time.
You guys won it last year.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, you know, for the sake
How
of being
different.
consistent.
Well, look, you guys don't have Ozzy coming in here. He's not having a match. I mean, that's a big
Who's not?
hitter right there. A couple matches aren't, you know. So yeah,
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
yeah.
Who else? I'm not even sure if I know who else is pulling from our side.
I mean, there's quite a few people. Shoot, Kane. I don't even know off the top of my head, but
Do
there's
you have a
quite
list
a
for
few.
that, Kane? I want to see, like, if I want to. I just want to catch up with it.
Yeah, let me pull it up and we can update it. And I also have the featherweight round robin list that looks like it needs some updating. Okay, so
You should have 20 on the round robin list, correct?
Damn, that's a good amount. Jeez.
yeah,
Like
there should be about 20. Yeah, I think so. Right now I'm showing 19, but I might be missing somebody.
Okay.
Let me see. So it would be before this.
Is Chewy on that list or no?
For the round robin, no. There's a couple guys that could make that weight that are not in it just because they're already ranked highly in 165. So
Well, yeah. I mean, if we're being honest, I mean, if David was interested in this, that's his weight, right?
yeah, totally. The number one 165 pounder in California. So it would make zero sense. But you know, that's where they're competing and doing really, really well. You know, but guys like Danny Dowler here, who also does well in the 165s, is competitive at that weight. You know, Danny and guys like Santino, they're not going to be really cutting down, at least not much, to get to 145. I know Santino's like a 138 who competes in 165, but he's like 138. He should have this to compete in. And Danny, right now, where are you sitting weight wise?
sitting 149 still.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
you're right there. You're definitely a 145 guy. So I've got the list. Let me screen share it.
This is the only time Danny's been heavy for a class.
Well, no, Nationals last year. I barely made that 138. I'm not gonna lie. I look good though. Damn.
Okay, yeah. Ignore this was Spencer Papal and Leroy Walker. I wasn't able to get that confirmed. But we've got, Robbie Ballesteros versus Christian Cabahug, left-handed, and then Robbie Ballesteros versus the Caribbean Bull, right-handed. And we've got your teammate Waldo Saldana will be going against Spencer Papal, right-handed.
That'll be fun.
And let's see. And Spencer's a tough dude, so it'll be a really cool competitive test to see where Waldo's at.
I'm excited to like watch him pull on like a high level. Because I've only ever seen him just, practice pull. And like he went to what was it? I think it was the Fit Expo either this year or last year. And he did pretty good. He gave what's his name? Alex Delatorre a run for his money.
Yeah, probably last August, right?
Anaheim, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, was it at the Anaheim one? Okay.
Yeah. We got Austin Fenley versus Ricky Ramos. That'll be right-handed. And the story behind that is Austin pulled a win against him at the LA Fit Expo this year in January. And so Ricky Ramos is going to get a chance to get his revenge with Austin. Austin was definitely a surprising talent that came out of the North at that event, who did well. He pulled amateurs and pro, didn't he, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and he's been pulling
He's
for
part
like,
of Santino's crew, man. He has a lot of newer guys that are just coming onto the scene, you know, well trained and doing pretty well. So I mean, the kids, Aiden and Nolan, they're both they train with Santino as well.
yep.
Oh yeah.
And Austin's only been arm wrestling for like a year or something, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how long.
I don't think has it been a full year?
I was at his first practice.
Right.
It's been a year.
Okay, I guess it has been a year then.
Does he do some other sport on top of that?
He was training for arm wrestling before he ever got on the table.
Ah,
He was a sandbagger at his first practice, that motherfucker.
All
just
right,
like
we know
that.
what his nickname is now. We're all calling him
Practice.
Sandbagger.
Everybody say hi to Devin.
That's good.
Doing, Devin?
What's
Hey.
up, bro?
Haven't seen you guys in a while.
Hey, what's happening?
Just another day in paradise, you know?
Hell yeah. Right on, man. We've
Now you're
also,
making me laugh about Miss Patterson.
you guys are both going to be at Patterson?
I don't think Devin's gonna be able to make this one, but I'm gonna be there. Yes.
Okay. All right.
You gonna be at the after party, Denny?
For wait for Patterson.
Yeah, after Patterson.
What? This is my just heard about this, but yeah, probably.
All right, so moving on down the list, we got Caleb Armbender versus Mike Brown, left-handed.
Looking forward to that one.
And who's your money on, Robbie?
Oh man, Mike Brown's been pretty strong, real fast. Caleb has him on speed, but I think Mike Brown's come up on the speed of late, and his strength is gotten so much better. So, not just because he's from down here. I've pulled him lately. I haven't pulled Caleb in 6-8 months. Mike Brown's gotten fast.
Yep.
Yeah, he looks really different at the table lately. Yeah. Mike Brown.
Yeah, I got Mike on this one. Yeah, I think I got Mike on it, but not to say
You want to bet some money on that?
not a really good match. Yeah,
It's gonna be a great match.
let's do it. So you're backing Caleb on this one, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's put $40 on it.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Sweet.
Deal.
All right, we got Benj.
I'll try to rack these up.
You're gonna make some money off me because I'm horrible at betting on arm wrestling matches, but you never know. Yeah, Mike Brown is on a tear right now. Yeah, we've got Benjimac versus River Welch, right-handed. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I don't know who that is, but I'm hoping Benji shows up.
Absolutely.
Nice
Yeah.
to see him go in without the press to start, but his hook's been getting pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, I was going to say, hey, I got an idea. We
Yeah.
should have like all of the matches on a sheet of paper, and everybody tries to pick the winner, and then whoever does the best gets the most right wins a prize or something, you know.
Oh, there you go.
That's a great idea.
Like it.
Oh, that's fun. I like that. Yeah, it's pretty
Great
good.
idea.
Done
Kane, you're
deal.
gonna have to take all the notes.
Right.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, I call fucking nose goes on not having to look at the 300 different sheets and figure out who was most correct.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, how would
I'll
you?
tell you this.
I'd have to like
I
write
think-
a computer program just to like,
No,
you know.
just literally email it to whoever, and they can just like either take a screenshot of it and then circle whichever ones they want, or if they're like an adult and they have any semblance of understanding how computers work, they can get like a Word program and then highlight it, and then you'd literally just have to go back through it and be like right, wrong, wrong, right, wrong, wrong, right,
You're
right,
asking
right,
a
right.
lot of arm wrestlers. They can't even keep their elbow on the pad, most of us.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah, that'd be the
Yeah,
best way to do it. Send it in a file like that and just have them highlight it, and then you can just count the greens. Or you could print out a bunch of stuff and just bring red and green pens when you get there.
okay. Yeah, live might be the best way to do it. Yeah, like
Yeah.
an in-person deal. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm thinking of like polls. Polls are easy, you know, but you can only, I think you can only do like 10 or 12 different questions on a poll, or like, you know, things that people can check off on. But then, you know,
well, it
yeah,
doesn't work because the poll only works if you
you're right.
have, yeah, that'd be hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't give you an option to vote
No,
like
man, just
Benji
go
versus
old
River.
school 8th grade. Print it up, put it on a piece of paper, print it up, and then just hand it out and let everybody kind of
That's
fuck around
exactly
with
what
it.
I'm saying.
Yeah. All right, let's do that. I like it.
Bring a
We,
bunch of green and red pens.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It'd be like arm wrestling bingo. You could just put it in a square and they can use the little blotter thing.
That'd be dope.
I like it. I like it. Benjimac's also going against River left-handed. And we got Paul Stevens versus
Real quick, how long has River been pulling? Did you say?
Josh is the man to ask on this one.
Yeah, River's been like he's coming up on 2 years. Like
Okay.
like a year and a half, somewhere
What's
around
his
there.
style?
He's my teammate. I don't want to give away too much, right?
Yeah.
No, he's very hand oriented. He came into arm wrestling from rock climbing. So
Okay, so he's an
like
outside puller.
super super strong fingers. Yeah, he's
What's the
back
matter?
into
You
the hand.
afraid of giving away like the tiniest bit of information? No faith. I'm telling River, you got no faith in him whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, I got
What it sounds
faith
like to
in him.
me.
I
Yep.
got faith in him.
River,
Look.
Josh thinks you're a bitch.
Oh, fuck.
Well, let me tell you something about River. For that California sponsorship, I believe he's still in the lead for the most votes.
Oh, cool.
For the north side. Yeah. Yeah, he's even got more votes than Caleb, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
last I
but
checked, it was
Caleb doesn't
River
need
than
any
Caleb.
help. Like, I don't know that he spent any time at home this year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the kid does travel, absolutely. Yeah, that was, I mean, that was the weird part is everybody, most of the, you know, team heads and everything that we put it out there to take votes on, they had the same criteria. But for whatever reason, he was one of the few outliers that people were still like, no, we got to vote for Caleb. So, you know, the kid's dedicated. So I guess people just wanted to get behind, like nominate him to, you know, show him support. But, yeah, he's definitely killing it no matter what we do. Speaking of the California sponsorship, link is in the description section for anybody to make any donation, big or small, anything definitely helps. We're going to be trying to hit that mark. We've got a few creative ideas that we're going to be throwing out there very soon to try and get that number up so that we can meet our goal. It's a very optimistic goal. So that we can sponsor as a state 2 different California arm wrestlers, one from the north and one from the south, to be able to go compete funded out of state, possibly even out of the country. Make sure and click that link and just send what you can. You know, throw $5 on it. Josh and I, we won't be getting any money from that, and I don't think there's any tax. There is a little portion on GoFundMe that says like it'll automate a tip, you know, and I think it's usually like $2 or $6, or I don't know what it is. But you can change that. You can make that 0. If you don't want to tip GoFundMe, then don't tip them. Apparently it's the only way that they, you know, make their money or have their service going is through tips. But if you just want to donate $5, go in, put $5, nice and easy, click the tip to 0 and done skis. But that's it for that. Just, yeah, support your California arm wrestlers. Let's show some unity so we can grow this big thing and get more sponsors behind something that is actually united. We've
All
got
right, what up?
we've also got Paul Stevens versus let me say this right. Jan Czech. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
All right, Jan Czech, right-handed. And I know nothing about Jan. Absolutely.
I don't know anything about him. He
yeah,
better
I
have
mean,
eaten his
here,
Wheaties. That's all I know.
He's going against Paul. He's got to be good.
He better eat his Wheaties.
he just got
Paul's
here
been feeling
from
good,
Russia.
man. He got them stem cells. He got all kinds of good stuff. He's rocking and rolling.
Josh,
Yeah,
where
Jan just got here from Russia. He started pulling in like 2007. Took a little bit of time off, and now he's like back into it for the last couple years. Pretty tough. So yeah,
Did
he just
he
wanted
come
to
to one of
challenge
the
himself and see where
arm
he's at.
fests?
The what?
Did he come to one of the arm fests?
He may have. He's a tall Russian dude, bald, very strong inside. Like he's, really good
Does he have
hook
like a
puller.
beard or like a goatee or something?
Like a goatee, but short. Yeah.
I think I think I pulled against him. He was strong.
Yeah, but
So
he
that might
impressed a
actually
lot
be
of
a pretty
people.
good match.
So.
where now is his last name spelled Czech?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you're positive.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking to find this guy online so we can screen share, see this guy pulling.
Oh, well, he specifically told me that that was just a name he was using. Hold on.
Yeah, because I found a Jan Sink, like Cink. There's a few of whoever that is. Jan Sink.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he just keeps a low profile on social media. His last name is actually Danicek, Danicek. So hopefully, we're not like turning him into the mob or something right now.
Okay. Oh, should I not do that then?
No, I mean, no, that's just what he messaged me.
Okay, Don. You said Don, then what?
Yeah, I think it's like what, Icek. Let me look it back up. Danicek. Maybe try Instagram or something, or I don't know.
Okay, another time. I'm not finding him. At least not on YouTube. I'm not gonna do a full social media search on the guy, but I will try and see if we can find it for next week or one of the upcoming weeks. We've got two people trying to come in. One says they are daddy. Let's see. Uh-oh. Who's daddy? Who's daddy?
It's Derek. It's Derek. Don't let him in.
It has to be Matt Silva. He's the only one that gives himself that moniker.
Yeah.
Oh,
there it
that's
is.
true. It's
There
for
he is.
sure, Matt. It's for sure, Matt.
There's my boy. What's up, Matt? Look at those butt cheeks.
What? Oh, you look at Alan. Don't look at those butt cheeks.
Oh,
Terrifying.
What the hell's Alan doing over here, you fat ass? Get out of your garage.
Oh, was Alan bending over right when I said that? That's horrible.
Yeah, it absolutely was.
You're not working out. Get out of there.
I knew if it wasn't Derek, it was going to be
He's talking a
Matt.
lot of shit for not being near enough to arm wrestle, yeah, Alan.
Well, that's why he talks so much shit. He can't do anything.
Well, Matt, you were a lightweight. Now you're like a super heavyweight, or
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of McDonald's.
For
Yeah,
glory.
man. And you did it in a short period of time. Like how long ago were you a skinny little guy?
Pretty much when I started training again in like 2019 to like 2021, I was pretty small.
Okay.
And
All
then
right.
yeah, I just wanted to make the jump, you know. Let's get as big as I possibly could.
Can you still jump and making that weight? Jesus Christ.
I'll leave the mom jokes out of this, but I'm pretty good at jumping on stuff.
So, but before we jump back to the North versus South list, I want to ask you a couple questions about that because I find that really interesting. Most of us that like compete in arm wrestling, we try and be the masters or the best we can within our weight class before making the next jump up, assuming things will get harder. So, what was your motivation in intentionally going up in weight and just focusing on gains like that?
Super heavyweight, man. Nobody cares about those other weight classes. You know?
Isn't that the truth?
It's true, apparently.
I don't gotta cut weight. All I gotta worry about these big ass bastards like Alan down there. You know, it's a long road, but I'm not going anywhere. So
Look, man, just pull over somewhere, find a nice little flat spot of land, pitch a tent, because you're never getting past this.
Oh, I love it. No,
Daddy's coming.
That's commendable.
All you
That is
guys know
definitely
that
the long
Daddy's
road.
coming.
Yeah, I find it interesting because there's a lot of parts, we've been in the sport around the same time, Matt, and there's bigger parts of me I feel like that feel trying to perfect a certain weight class that that I might already be at or was at is not important. It's especially when we're like this new in the game for some odd years or whatever, 5, that it's kind of more like the long road and the progress. So like for me, it's just, to not worry about that too much. And I'm like making progress, but I do find it interesting with you because that's a lot, man. You jumped from, you would have been, when you started, you would have been probably like a natural 185er, right?
No, I think I'd probably be a natural like 225 or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got light like that because you got sick. You had health issues, right?
Yeah, when I dropped down to that weight, I broke my neck. There's some videos of me and
So nobody warned you
Eric.
that having that big of a head was going to hurt your neck?
Which one? I do look down a lot. That's not good for my neck.
So Alan, you were exactly what Matt needs. You were exactly what
I
Matt
love
needs.
he talks so much shit and I love talking
So
shit.
much,
So
I know.
it's a good time.
Yeah, I thought I saw something where you were down to like 190 or something like that.
When you said lightweight, I thought the only time that you were like a lightweight, like a 165er, was because of that. I didn't think it was because you were actually walked around at that weight at any point in time in your life.
No,
I got down to like 146.
that's not what he. So you guys got
I was a teenager.
confused. He said he's strong like a lightweight.
He has the strength of a lightweight.
Yeah. Hey, Matt might suck at arm wrestling, but you know what he doesn't suck at? Getting everybody together, opening up his garage consistently to help people get better. They all come over there. He throws great little get-togethers and stuff. So you know what? It doesn't matter if he'll never win a medal. Like you're a champion in our book.
Hey, he's the best. I'll say this: he's the best troll in arm wrestling. That's for sure.
The God troll.
Matt's awesome. I love you, Matt. It's all good.
No, I'm good. I'm kind of a sociopath, so you guys can say whatever you want, and just puts a smile on my face.
Yeah, those were all some.
We love you, dude.
He just has
backhand
a list off
compliments.
camera that he just writes on every day.
It's all in my
Big
head,
circle
Alan.
around my name.
I don't need lipstick for my list. It's all in my head.
That's why his head's so big. He's got to
so
have
many
all those
circles
names
around
on
your
it.
name that the whole is through the paper.
So let's get down to the nitty gritty, Matt. If you were to have a match at North vs. South with anybody, who do you think that person would be that you'd be having a match with?
Caleb Arbender.
I already called out Derek Smith. He's too much of a bitch. He wanted like he wanted me to give him money. So no, I'm not gonna have a match. Honestly, I just want to come and have fun, arm wrestle people. I don't want any stress, or I don't want to worry about, I just want to have a good time. And if I come down there and have a match, that's all I'm going to be focusing on. And I didn't really, I'm super heavyweight, and we always go last. So I just want to see everyone, and like you guys say, talk a lot of shit. So I have to be there. I have to give everyone the opportunity to punch me in the face. So I'm ready for it.
I love it.
I know there's a lot of some people get their feelings hurt by me, and or I have my haters. So this is your chance to
I don't think
some
anybody
people said
dislikes
they
you
wanted
like
to
that.
some people said they might want to stab me or something. So this is your shot, guys. I'll be
man.
there.
Who is that? Was
If
that
I was
Polly?
to say half the shit that you say, yeah, people would want to punch me. But you've got a good a good way about going. I think you're hilarious.
Yeah,
But
great
the
dude.
training footage, I do follow a lot of the stuff that you put out, and I don't know, I find a lot of it commendable because you make those very like your training path is very conservative, consistent, and for that gradual upward trajectory that's really only going that direction. So I don't know. I kind of want to see where you're at, man. Like I want to know, like you say, Derek Smith. I feel like you're joking or something like that. Not to be mean, but Derek's like he's the man in California
I
right
didn't
now.
say I'd win, but I'll fucking pull him. I don't give a
I know
shit.
you will. I believe you. I believe you.
Might even get a little stop in there. You never know.
Okay.
Mike is finally up
I'm
to
full of
dozens
surprises.
of pounds.
What was
What's
that?
that?
Alan?
Look, one thing is a
Mommy and
fact.
Daddy are talking out.
Matt is somewhere in between Caleb and Derek.
I don't know. My right. I don't want to say anything, but my right is it's feeling good. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
See, what is going on with that? I got to figure out good angles because I feel like when I pull my forearm up, it looks like a little piece of shit.
Because it
What
is,
is that?
Alan.
Wow, it totally does. It
There's
does not
no
match.
I mean,
there's no
look at that.
angles
When-
here.
when
This
Matt-
is
when
my
Matt does it,
forearm.
right?
You know,
It
take my hand.
doesn't
It
match.
looks like he's got a big arm, but when you grip up to him, it's like a fucking wet noodle.
You
But
haven't
me,
even
I've got a
gripped
little
up with
skinny
me.
arm,
You haven't
and
even,
when
you
you
haven't even
grip up
gripped
with
up.
me, it makes you sad.
You're talking out of your ass. You didn't even touch me.
Yeah,
It's angles.
at the last Armfest, or not Armfest, last North versus South, I thought.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't know. No,
He said, I don't know.
my forearms,
You
they're
got
literally
that
massive.
big ass head with no use for it.
They're massive. Imagine how big they'll be when I'm actually strong.
I know, right? It's just all air. It's synthol. You made any trips to Brazil lately?
No, I got my own Brazilians, man.
We're not talking about massage parlors, bro.
Yeah, Alan.
Oh, I've been
and
enjoying
but
a
the
lot
whole-
of your I've been enjoying a lot of your content on your tips and tricks and stuff.
Let me talk about that a little bit because I know we all talk stuff.
I gotta go.
Yeah, get out of here. So with the training and stuff, I'm very humble with it. I listen to everyone. I do everything that everybody tells me. And, if you've pulled with me and all this stuff, like I will ask you, like, hey, what do you think about this? Like, teach me this. Even when Grace Bear came, like everybody, you know what I mean? Like when you start having a big head and ego when it comes to training and learning, that's when you stop learning. So all of these things that I've put together, these aren't mine. Like I didn't make any of this up. Like I'm just like a fucking AI or a robot, you know. This is not my stuff. Like none of it, you know. And I specifically, I don't talk about competition prep stuff or how to compete or how to win in the setup. I don't talk about any of that stuff
I can
because
pause anytime, dude.
because that's not, you know, that's not my realm. But I do feel confident. I mean, I've learned a lot of stuff about that. You know, we have the freaking arm benders up here. We have Luke Kent. There's plenty of resources for me, and I have notes from all of them. I have notes from them. I have notes, personal notes from Ryan Bowen, Lachlan Adair, like all of them. You know, that's a great thing about our sport. You can reach out to somebody who's famous in our sport, and they'll talk to you. You know, they'll tell them. And I write all this stuff down, and that's what I do. So all this training stuff is it's just an accumulation of things that I've just beaten the hell out of myself. I mean, you guys see, I have like 3 years worth of just stupid videos of me training and working out. Like I try everything that people have told me to try. And these training videos that I put out, it's just a culmination. And like you said, like, wow, Matt, you got really big, really fast. Yeah, it's because I don't give up. Like I just, if something's not working, I move on, I move on, I move on. And now I go from being like this sick, weak guy with a broken neck with like loose skin swinging off his arm, you know, now I'm this, you know what I mean? So the training stuff is real, and it's not mine. Like I didn't make this up. It's a accumulation of people who were smart and did do the hard work and learn and train and all that. And I just applied it, and the things that have been working, that's what I share. So don't feel bad about
That's really
it.
awesome, man. Most people won't admit that they are trying stuff that other people, you know, are showing them and stuff like that, and be that humble. When are you going to try winning?
Ah, damn.
I'm afraid if I start winning, I'm afraid I'm gonna lose my motivation to train, you know. So
Yeah, don't worry about that. You won't do that first one.
because that's kind of my thing. That's kind of my thing, you know.
You know, for me, I know whenever I lose, like I definitely get a bit of motivation. So if you're anything like that, you're gonna get nothing but motivation if you try competing.
Yeah, that's the funnest part, you know. I'm like an old school gamer with that. I love those video games that just kick your ass over and over, and the easy ones, like I just don't go back to. So
Are you gonna go right into super matches, or are you gonna do some super heavyweight tournaments first?
me,
Yeah.
I'm leaning. I like the tournament structure. For me, I do like the super match. I think I like the romance and the back and forth. If you have a good matchup, you know, if someone's not really active on social media, or they're just kind of like a sweetheart guy, you know, it's really hard to engage with that person. But there's also way more stress with the super match format, and you know,
Yeah.
I like the tournaments. You know, I like
Well,
I'm liking the tournaments more now. So
what really stands out to me with your training, I agree that all of our training outlooks can be very different. But what I do appreciate is, yeah, that you were willing to try several different things and see what works for you. But, you know, something working for somebody could mean different things to different people. You know, are you getting like significant strength gains? Like, is there mechanical gains you're gaining? But I think you're hitting the most important one, and it's the program that keeps you consistent. Any program that we choose, as long as it's something that we can stay consistent with, and
they all work.
it will more than likely work. Yeah, it will work. You will
It's
go.
never the program, it's the person.
Right. And your ability to stay consistent with it, make it work within your lifestyle. That said, to me, with the competition thing and the training thing should be consolidated. Like they should be separate. And I would hate to see any type of competition be psychologically, you know, hindering that training side that you're being extremely successful in, because I see those as being two completely different monsters. That's why I've really fallen in love with like the drill nights that we've been doing with Alpha Empire. It's just that is more consolidated to competition for me. Like that's what I get out of it, is I'm more trying the feeling of training for arm wrestling and competing in arm wrestling. They're just such different monsters, you know.
Yeah.
You can just keep getting stronger and stronger in training, and your lifts could just be, you know, far superior to top competitors, but be, you know,
Exactly. Numbers
not with them.
numbers don't mean anything.
Right.
Numbers don't mean anything. I have a lot of beginners messaging me, and they're saying like, well, what do you think about this number? And I'm like, that's more than I lift. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't the number doesn't mean anything. It's the number. The only reason why there is a number on the weights is just so you can track progressive overload. That's it. It doesn't matter how much you weigh. So some of my lifts, I'm only doing like 60 pounds. You know what I mean? Like I don't care about the numbers anymore. You know, it's just it's your progression. That's all. It's all. Because like you said, I put up some crazy numbers. I did like 200 pounds on my isolated pronation, but I'm fucking not even ranked. You know what I mean? Like, what does that number even mean? It means nothing. You know what I mean? So you have to get once you start obsessing over the numbers, you're just chasing the numbers. You're chasing towards these numbers, and you're getting farther away from actually progressing in a productive way.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, your numbers don't mean anything, guys. Like, it's just stupid. And I'll say all my numbers. I don't care. They're low. They're not high. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter.
And it's like a delicate balance between training and arm wrestling training, like on the table with people, and then training with weights.
Yeah. And I do have a lot of insight on like competition and stuff like that. But like I said, that's not my, you know, I feel like I'm at a turn here. So, you know, someone like Alan or whatever would be the one you'd want to listen to, not me. And again, a lot of my information is just things that other people have told me, and
That's 100% of my information. I mean,
yeah.
there's virtually no information that I somehow like gleaned on my own. Everything was either talking to Derek or Tony or Dallas or even Devin, like
Dallas.
Scott
I
Partington.
don't
Like,
use bands, by the way. I don't use weights. I just use a band.
yeah, no, bands are great. I took
just arm
myself
wrestle.
from not having a hook to being able to beat Tony in a hook just using bands. So it's all a matter of being able to apply like the right force on yourself.
Okay, so just to be fair here, like Alan, you're a specimen. Like you're a fucking gorilla. You know what I mean? Like you came into the sport already a fucking weapon.
Yeah, seriously, I got like, it was wild.
Like you're already insane. Like you've sent me videos, private videos of you doing crazy shit. I mean, I could swear it's AI. Like how strong you are is like retarded.
Yeah, I was talking to Derek the other day, and he was saying a lot of the same shit. He's like, because he's so annoyed with me. He's like, you keep getting injured and you're not motivated, but you're so strong. And even at your first amateur tournament you went to, you won left and right with zero fucking experience against some guys who had like 2 or 3 years of experience. And so it's so funny how he's like, he gives me the most amount of shit, but I just know it's in a good place because he's like, you could be so great if you weren't just such a piece of shit.
And it's true, and that segues right into my next point is where like somebody like me, you know, everyone jokes about me losing. I do lose. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like I didn't come into this sport strong. You know what I mean? I didn't come into this sport as a strong person, you know, like I wasn't an athlete. Yeah, I took martial arts all throughout high school and stuff, and I had some, you know, manual labor jobs, but I never trained or lifted weights ever. I didn't start doing any of that until arm wrestling. You know, I'm just like a fat nerd.
You also seem like you're kind of one of those dudes that really knows your body pretty well, and you're not going to push yourself past that point of hurting yourself, you know.
Oh, I did
You're pretty conscious.
I did that all the time.
No, you're pretty conscious. Like in matches and stuff, I've seen you in a position that didn't feel comfortable, and you just let it go. Like you're not gonna.
No ego.
Yeah.
No ego. Yeah. I mean, I have an ego, a healthy ego, but not like that. I don't care. I'll just let it down. You know, you have to be smart with that. And sometimes your ego still gets you, especially in the setup. If you're dicking around trying to intimidate the other guy, because maybe, you have a stronger hand, but then you blow your hand up. That's happened to me before where I'm just like, oh, I blew my own fucking hand up.
Yep.
You're trying to show off, trying to show off or whatever. But yeah, and the training stuff, like that's where a lot of that passion has come from, because it's really exciting being weak, and then like you're doing things and you're getting stronger, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I never imagined being able to take this guy's hand, and then like now I'm taking it. You know what I mean? Like someone like Anderson, you know what I mean? Oliveira, that guy's like, he's been this Lottie, he's like a national champion, and on recently, like, it's practice is practice, but I can feel the hand going. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe that, there's even any type of struggle at all. And I have videos of us arm wrestling just like 2-3 years ago, and I have a band around my arm, and he's pulling through my arm and the band just like 3 years ago. And I think to myself, wow, where am I going to be in like another 3 years? It's just so exciting to come
Isn't it weird though?
To come in at zero,
Isn't it weird when that happens with the guys that you regularly train with, and you're like, you're pulling them and they're like, dude, you leveled up, and you feel like you're not putting that effort that you used to have to put into it. You know what I mean? And you're like, wow, this is crazy.
Such a rush. And I know it's just practice. Anderson I wouldn't even be able to close my eyes before I get pinned in the competition. Like, make no mistake. Like, he's the real deal. But just to be able to flirt with it, like, man, it's such a reward, just to keep training and keep pushing and to never give up,
Definitely. Yeah.
Speaking of Anderson, we need to set up the Dallas and Anderson match.
Oh,
Anderson's feeling really fucking strong, dude.
Yeah, it was my first time seeing it.
What would it take to get Dallas to the table?
I'm not going to say.
A strap.
For Baker's thing to come out, but like, did they pull at the LA Fit Expo this January? Because I know Anderson was there and I know Dallas was there.
I don't know. Anderson had the super match with Jamie, remember?
But he did compete in the tournament too.
Yeah, I don't know if they pulled. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
know Lorenzo
they may have
a big win on him. Lefty, I think.
I know that Anderson and Mike Voss match from Dunlop, and Dunlop was freaking crazy. Anderson's a beast, man.
Dunlop, what was that?
You were there.
Oh, that one?
Yeah,
I talked to both of them about that. That was
wild, man.
Michael was sweating fucking bullets, dude.
Mike is on top of him in a press, and Anderson's just holding Mike Voss in a press. It was just wild.
Ooh, wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
Anderson is special, man. He's special. And when you have that overseas experience, he's been to Slotty and did well at Slotty. When you have that type of experience, it's put you in some good places. Not to say that Voss doesn't have that experience. He was national champ and stuff like that. But Anderson is so under the radar.
He's the type of guy that'll tell you something, and then 3 or 4 years later, you'll remember it, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, like now it's happening."
Yeah,
I remember he used to tell me. He used to say, "You can push on this part of their hand with your fingers, And I remember, and I was like, "That's impossible, like I can't do that, and I wasn't strong enough, like how can you push someone?" And now I'm just doing it, I was like, "Why does his finger always hurt?" Like, "Oh, because you're jamming." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" Like he told me that. Like Luke Kin is like that too. Luke will tell you stuff you can't even do it because you're not strong enough. What I mean? Like I always tell him that. He's like, no one listens to me. He says, no one's as strong enough to be able to do like the stuff that you do. Like, you know, and Anderson's the same way. Like, you know, you hear these tips, we're not even strong enough to do the tip yet. You know, it doesn't work. We don't have the strength. And then it kicks in like several years later, you finally get strong. You're like, oh my gosh, like this is what he was talking about.
Yeah, yeah. And some of the things that some people will say will speak to certain people more anatomically, like the this thing control, you know, versus just trying to like, you know, wrap somebody.
Yeah.
I've seen that being extremely beneficial for people that they might have relatively strong hands, but just not very long fingers, you know. People that have a hard time getting a lot of coverage, but they seem to have strength in you know, that little area to be able to control that bone line. But I'd have to say, like, kind of bouncing back a little bit to that, you know, like numbers versus competition kind of thing. It seems to me that there's a higher percentage of people that at a high level that are more successful through exploitation than high numbers, or at least, you know, high numbers being a huge portion of that.
Yeah, they're playing the game.
Right. In some shape or form, being very skilled tacticians at exploitation.
You talking about with just like experience on the table?
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of guys at the highest level are gonna blow through people that or look like they blew through somebody that could probably lift way higher numbers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But because they knew exactly how to be tacticians and exploit certain weakness holes in their opponent, but also capitalize on, you know, it could be anatomical, it could be the length of their arm, you know, it could be like how fast they are, it could be
Well, look,
knowing how to get out of a hand, you know, little
look,
things.
I think for certain people, like both methods of training will work. You look at Caleb; he says that he hasn't touched a weight since he
Mhm.
started this sport. You know what I mean? And there's other people that feel like they have to just do the workouts to stay, you know, keep the blood flow and to keep sharp and to get stronger. Like, there's other people that could just, like Josh, he just arm wrestles. You know, it works because obviously they're getting stronger.
Yep. Yeah. Obviously the full package, you know, being strong, trained, and really articulate on the table to know how to actually make it a chess game is the ultimate, you know, trifecta. But you know, even at that level, like for example, you were talking about earlier, there's people that you've realized, Matt, like in practice, you're like, oh, now I can like take this person's hand, or I can feel it going. A lot of us that have been in long enough, you know, you might surprise yourself, like in practice or whatever, where we let down our competitive guard in terms of exploitation, and it more becomes, you know, an exchange of strength and testing out different angles. You run into those people that are at a way higher level competitively, and you're like, oh, like, yeah, I feel a lane there. But you know, at least in my experience with those circumstances, it's like, you know, when I was super new to it, I would be like, oh man, that might mean something in competition. But now, like, I understand it, like, you know, we will never end up there, like ever in a competition. Not in,
Practice pulling is different, you know, just because you never really go 100%. You know, in
right.
practice.
Yeah, there's definitely that, but a lot of the people at a high level, I think it's not that they're not strong. I think they become extremely strong and articulate in their particular move. And I
Well,
don't.
then also I think there's a big difference in like, you know, pulling in your garage with your team and stuff, and then actually doing competition pulling where you have ready goes. Like it's just a totally different game. You know, you
Right.
can tell when you step up to the table with somebody that's been to, you know, 10 tournaments this year with, you know, compared to somebody that just pulls once a year and pulls in their garage too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like I can do. I'm like, again, I'm not trying to talk about competition or tips or that, but I feel like I do a lot better with a ready go, because if you, like you were saying, maybe they're not as strong as someone who lifts a lot, but they're able to play the game, right? You know, and if I can get to where I know I need to be before the other person, it's for me, it's a lot easier. You know, it's a lot easier for me to, and if I'm in practice and like we both kind of get what we want and then we start going, to me that's harder. Then I get to go first as long as I move first, right? I can get into my spot as long as I do it first. Or if I'm more aggressive in the setup, I'm gonna get what I want. You know what I mean? And some of the competitions I do, I talk a lot of shit or whatever to the guy, and I don't have a problem pushing buttons to kind of get what I want. I'm not gonna have you start like this on me.
Yeah.
Like there's no way. And I know when somebody grabs me like this, I'm like, oh, you're fucking scared. Like you're real fucking scared.
Or you're Vresh. Vresh ain't scared. He starts like that on everybody.
Yeah,
that's how I grip.
Yeah, they're like, okay, you can't do it up here, right? You have to come down here. So I'm gonna fight a lot. Like I'm not gonna let you start there. There's no way. I'll lose that round on fouls before I lose from you, grabbing around my wrist like that.
Yeah, but you didn't learn that until you had that experience in tournaments. I don't think that you get that knowledge until you've been there on that ready go.
Oh, I don't
on the
learn anything.
stage.
I don't everything was shown to me.
For me, it's
none of this is mine.
When you grab lower, it negates the post. Like, and the post is so important in arm wrestling. But if you can, at least again for me, like when I'm initiated into the wrist, it stops the uprise, right? So, and a lot of people want to pull that way. So that's the reason I started gripping lower. I can grip both ways. I mean, I can top roll too.
Yeah, if somebody's posting on you, if somebody's trying to post you, yeah, there's nothing for them to hit into, They can't attack your hand anymore. You kind of took it. So you either have to, adjust or fight or go for a rest grip. Rest grip will negate that a lot if you can try and get into that. No one will ever grab you that low around your hand. So that's a good way to get around it. But yeah, that's a tough one. You have to set everything up different. It's probably better to go into a strap if somebody's going to grab you there. And, you have to go put your elbow all the way forward and fully pronate and do all these things to negate that. It's just annoying. It's not that I can't get around it. It's just like, that's not what I want to do, but I'll do it. I'll
Why don't you just pull in a hook?
What's that? Hook? Why don't I just pull in the hook?
Yeah, once you just cup.
Yeah.
Once you just hook and pull
Yeah,
inside
that's
out.
always an option. Instead
of worrying about all that strap and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's always good to be well-rounded. But somebody like Anderson, no, that's a really bad idea. You want to try and go through his hand. Like, some people are just, they're going to be better hooker than you, unless you've worn someone down or you've gotten into a position where you feel comfortable in a hook. Be like, okay, I know I have enough shoulder here. I'm high enough on their hand. Like I can jam them into this hook. But it's almost like a move that you can transition into, kind of like, like be a dick. But, to go hook for another hook puller, that's a tough one,
Hey, is there like a structure to this, or is this kind of just a free for all?
Are you getting bored, Jeffrey?
No, I have a question that I asked last week, but it was just me, Kane, and Josh in there. And I want to, now that we got more South guys on, what's everybody's opinion on the Derek and Travis match? I want to bring it up again because we got way more people in here now.
I mean, what do you mean by
talk about it?
Opinion in like what regard?
No, I just want to see
He
where
wants to
everybody's
know
at.
who you think is gonna win.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Travis is gonna win. Like not to like poo-poo on Derek at all, but Derek hasn't been training his left at all. Like he's been mostly pumping
This is
his
a
right.
left-handed match?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
left-handed
left-handed match.
match.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in
And like,
trouble.
so, even per like Derek's, his own words, he's like, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get in there, but I haven't really been training my left. And I think it just like recently got dumped on him. So he has like what, a month?
What? Did he have a
How
choice?
long?
I thought Travis was the backup.
Did he have a choice? Did Derek have a choice? Or did
I
That's a
thought
good
Derek
question.
already had a left-handed match and Travis was the backup match.
Yeah, he's the backup. Someone dropped out.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not gonna say
well,
anything.
okay, maybe I'm misunderstanding him, but I could have swore I thought he was saying like he wasn't really training his left all that much.
Well, he
Um,
had a match left-handed, and then who was it against, Josh? Do you know?
It was
Okay, I'm
against
not sure then.
Kyle Hutchinson, but I don't think it was left, was it? I thought it was right-handed.
Yeah, Kyle Hutchinson is right-handed, from what I
Okay.
understand, and Derek
Yeah, I
does
think
train
he
his
originally had a
left.
right-handed match with him, and then something happened where Kyle had to not be able. He couldn't make it, and so the left-handed thing with Travis kind of got paired together.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
mean that's kind of what I was saying last week, right? I mean, if Travis is any kind of trained up, you're literally talking about somebody who's considered in the conversation for greatest left-hander of all time, right?
Or
At
right
least.
hand. Or right hand too.
I mean, he's up there with both, but I mean, with left especially.
He
So,
was the world champ
if
in
he's
left,
any
yeah.
kind of trained up, like you have to think about that, right? Is Derek the sacrificial lamb for Travis on his way back to give him like a layup real quick? Is that what that
Is
is?
Derek even ranked
It's hard
left-handed
to
though?
think of Derek as a layup,
I don't think
right?
he is.
For anybody.
I don't
So-
think this is a good match for Derek, and I don't think this is a good match for Travis either. I don't think this is. I don't think anyone has. Well, Derek, I mean, has everything to gain if he wins, but I don't think it's the greatest match.
I would disagree. I think Derek has enough of an internet following that enough people are going to get their eyes on it, and I feel like it'll be kind of more of a breakout match that a lot of people will watch, where Travis can really use it as kind of like a
No,
bounce
launching
off
pad.
point.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
a launching pad, yeah.
It's just if Travis wins, it means nothing.
Well,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
I think
it's
it
not a
means
matter of it
It's
meaning
like,
Okay,
anything.
let me give you guys some reference. First off,
It's a
Derek
starting
is
point.
he is trained on the left. He trains both equal. He's just one of us righty guys that feels like, he might think his right is better, but he will be the first one to let you know that he's actually ranked higher left-handed in the
Yeah.
US.
Yeah,
Who's
but
the
he
As a
doesn't
super
go.
heavyweight,
He
he's like
doesn't
number
go.
7.
I'm ranked higher. He goes, somehow I'm ranked higher left-handed. Like he's even amazed by him being ranked higher left-handed than his
Right.
right-handed.
And I think that's
He
just
puts
that
so much more effort into it than he
psychological, like I'm supposed to be better right-handed or something.
did.
I
Yeah.
think he's ranked slightly higher on the left because he's balanced between both.
Well, and then how active is Travis been
Zero.
for how long too, right?
0.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's the thing that kind of makes this so cool, and to where like to rebuttal what Matt was saying, I think that Derek is a respected enough arm wrestler, regardless of hand. Like I think we are having this conversation a while back, but if you're number one in the world right-handed, for example, everybody still takes your left seriously, and everybody still feels like I just got to win on the man, right? So
Yeah.
Derek has the win at East versus West. He's been over there a couple times. Like he's one of the names that's in the mix right now. Travis had his match with El Cesar a while back, which is not in his weight. It was just an exhibition fun match. This is like Travis's first big match against a super heavyweight with his comeback. And it's a name to where, again, like through the community, everybody knows Derek, and it's not like he just beat John Smith. Like everybody's gonna be like, oh, you beat Derek Smith. He's King
I
Kelly.
I think I would rather have Derek have a match and Derek win. I feel like Derek.
Oh yeah.
I think that's more important right now for Derek to have a more solid matches where he's winning more. You know, I talk a lot of shit about Derek, but I want him to win. You know, he's part of our team. In the end of the day, and I'd rather see a match with someone where he can slowly climb and get to where he should be, which is in that top 10 in the whole world. And I think, and Travis, same thing. I want to see him coming back, but Travis' life is so good. His motivation to, like, this is from his mouth. I'm not talking shit, but for him to jump back on steroids and give up all of his free time and everything, to peak, it really has to be worth it to him. And he's even said, if I show up to this event and I pull, I'm just stealing money, basically. You know what I mean? He said it. That's right from his mouth. You know what I mean? And like, I don't, is this going to be that type of scenario? Like, I'd rather have Derek have a match where he's more evenly matched, where he has a nice win. And I want to see Travis with a good left-hand puller. I would never bet against Travis ever if he was serious.
I just think it's such a good opportunity for both of them. I think it's a good opportunity for Travis to,
I just don't want Derek to
use
lose.
that launching pad. And then if Derek even gives him a match left-handed, that's impressive. You're talking about Travis Bagent, a California guy pulling Travis Bagent. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can lose in this
no
match. If Derek gets the win, it's very commendable.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, but if Travis gets the win, that what a great place to come back and beat the number 7 lefty in the country. But style wise, I gotta say, I get, like, if we look historically on paper, everyone's wanting to pick Travis. But with where we're at in competition ready and styles, I think this is an easy win for Derek.
Also, he's got the size advantage too. Like,
where Travis wants to go, or typically goes for pretty much 99% of his success in his career. Unless he's been trained up and proven the last couple of years, I think he's gonna go exactly where Derek wants him to go. But that's just me. I mean, I'm specifically saying, styles primarily. Do I think that, like, Travis's style could be dominant with Derek or more competitive with Derek if Travis was more trained at a high level more recently? Yeah, I mean, potentially, but I also know where Derek's the strongest and anatomically where they're at. I definitely favor Derek in this match. Completely putting out the fact that he's Alpha Empire.
Is this happening in King of the Table or North versus?
No, East versus West.
East,
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be more difficult for Derek. It'd be more difficult for Derek at King of the Table than it would be at East versus West.
Where's his head at? Where's this? You train with him. Where's his head at? He's pretty confident.
Shoot, how much do I want to divulge with that?
Don't say anything.
I think he's pretty confident, and honestly, like, I base it on bigger things than just a personal relationship with Derek and how he currently feels about this match. I just say that I'm confident in Derek based on knowing Derek in general, and the little bit I know about his perception on Travis's polling and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's all you got to say, man.
Derek is a big sweetheart. He's confidence wouldn't be my first word to describe him, but capable, definitely.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why we're all on the Derek train too. Why, like you said, like we all want to see him win. We all want to see him just on the upward trajectory to the top 10 in the world. He belongs there, and I think a lot of us believe he can do it, but he needs to believe that as well.
You know what? It's funny. If it was anybody else but Derek, I would be so much more excited about the match, though, because I've wanted to see Travis come back and be serious in the sport for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't.
Yeah,
I really didn't want this matchup. You know,
I get that.
I always want Travis to win, but it's just like I don't know. But Derek needs some wins right now. I think
Yeah.
Like Derek's saying he's a giant. He's crazy. He's big. He's strong. I don't even think he trained or worked out for a long time. He just arm wrestled. You know what I mean? So that's kind of newer to him too. He was just like a big gaming nerd like me, but except he was strong and I wasn't. So like, yeah, he's been around for like 10 or so years and he's been dominant in his own way. But there's things that are new to him as well,
right?
Just like the training and things, and I feel like it's time for him to get to where he should be.
Yeah, realistically, I don't know what that element would be to get someone like Travis back in the sport and serious. It's really a trip to kind of like put yourself in the mindset of somebody that has been like a dominating world champ. Like to peak out at like to be the best in the world. Like, where does your motivation go from there? And what the types of dedication and what you have to put your body through in the first place to get there and to actually know firsthand what it took to do that again, or like maintain it for more world championships or something like that. Like I can't even fathom that,
Travis he's insane. Like
we have Derek in the live chat. He was saying how Travis has apparently been prepping for a while, and that everyone that's gripped up with him says that he's like full form. So
yeah, I would totally agree with that. And Travis is super smart too. Like insane. Don't let the hair lip fool you. He's very smart. And he's the number one psychological warfare person on the planet in this sport.
Well,
number one.
Devin?
Oh my gosh.
No, yeah,
are you
dude.
serious,
Yeah.
Alan? When did you come into this sport, Alan? What year?
6 years ago.
Okay. I came in 2009. I wasn't training.
Oh, man.
But that's when I came into the sport. So that was
Devin's a sweetheart in comparison at the table.
Yes. Devin would be like, his eyes would be shifting like when talking like there. I've seen these like pre-match things in the lobby of the hotel with Devin and Travis and Gary Roberts is there with Armtv, and like I hated Travis. I fucking hated him forever.
He's got shark eyes, man. Before he pulls
he's
you,
like a retard. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just got shark eyes. He wants to kill you. Yeah.
And Devin was still in the military, and I don't know if you guys know active military guys, your mind's in a different frame set, and then and Travis didn't give a shit. Him and Tom Nelson, dude, the stuff back then, Tom would be like, "Oh, good match, man," and Travis would be like, "Get the fuck away from me, you fucking bitch." You know what I mean? Like, yeah. He's just brutal. I hated him. There's nobody that can even come close to him. Period. I mean,
well, if Derek's watching, I want him to know that North and South, we're all rooting for him.
Yes, Derek, we need you to win this, but don't feel bad if you don't. I don't think it's a good matchup, and do not engage with Travis do not engage with him, man.
Derek, Travis has no chance. No chance. You're gonna destroy him, Derek. You're gonna destroy him, full form or not. Yeah, and thank you, Alan. I kind of lost track of the chat there for a minute. We got a lot of people in here. What's up, Benjimac, holding it down, moderating. And there's an interesting one from Daniel Villalobos, my teammate, who I don't see in here often. Says he's going to be available during North versus South weekend and is curious if there's anybody up north for him to have.
What's his weight?
Daniel, what's your weight right now? I want to say he's somewheres around like, oh man, I suck at weight.
200s, I thought.
I would say, yeah, he's like right in that 190 to 200 range.
Okay.
Yeah. And the best way, I mean, he's strong. He's got a good hand. Very squirrely though, you know, like one of those
Is he looking
guys
for both
where
hands or just one, Kane? Because I have a filler match at that weight on the left hand, but is he looking for both hands or what?
Well, I was gonna ask you, Josh, what if I'm looking for a match for Augie too at North versus South 205.
is that what Augie's weight is 205?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. We've got, well, it could just be one hand. We've got somebody, I'm not going to bring up their name yet, that we have been talking about a potential match with Augie. But that does sound like a good one for Daniel too, if it was. So we'll just have to figure out which arm, and
Augie's good. Augie's good with both.
he's good with both.
Yep.
Okay, Daniel is still here. He says, I'll be around 185 pounds then. Yeah, he's one of those guys where like if somebody, you know, gets him in a bad position, like puts him in a bad position, he's one of those guys that will, you know, he kind of reminds me of Justin Webb. Let's put it that way.
Oh, there you go.
Danny's been pulling for a while,
Good
right?
reference right there.
You put him in a gnarly like position and he will squirrel out of it in some magic way, you know, and make that match, you know, draw out and potentially go his direction.
How long has he been pulling?
I feel like Daniel's been on the team for a couple years now. I want to say, and
Where's
serious.
his level at in your opinion?
Oh, let's see. With the 185s, I
Do
think.
you think he can beat Robbie? Is the question.
Is he like a Jeff Ray level?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I think so. I think there's areas. I think there's areas that Jeff is more trained up, potentially more connected. But yes, Daniel would be competitive with Jeff. Yes.
Ben Cellini, put Ben Cellini and Daniel down.
Okay.
Robert Terry just told me Ben Cellini wants the match.
And he's about a 185er?
He is a 185er, yeah.
Now, is that right hand or left hand?
I'm sure it won't matter. Like Ben is always down for both, and if Daniel's down for both, they could both go both.
Ben is wild left-handed.
Okay, you said Ben, and then the last name, how do I spell it?
I want to say it's Cellini.
Mm-hmm.
Cellini.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cellini.
All right. And does Ben favor his right or his left?
He favors his left.
He favors right, but Daniel can do left.
Yeah, Robert Terry said Ben can do right and left.
All right, we'll put down right for now, but then you know, let's reach out to Ben and see what he thinks about that. So Daniel, what do you think about this mystery person, Ben Cellini, the man himself, Robert Terry, drew his name out for you? Oh, Robert Terry's messaging me. Yeah, Ben Cellini left. He wants left.
That's why I said Ben's a lefty.
Oh, he's a lefty. Okay. and he will ask him tomorrow. Thank you, Robert. Awesome. Awesome. All right, Daniel. Yeah, I think we'll get a match for you. And yeah, come hang out at the after party. We'll find a nook for you at the B&B. Yeah, hopefully we can get all of our teammates out for this. Mystery Man in the chat says to Derek, I'll be pleasantly surprised if he was in a form that was able to get you. I like it. I like it.
Did you finish talking about the list of matches?
I did
We
not.
didn't quite finish those.
Well, there was definitely a couple on there
There's
that,
like 4 or 5 more.
Okay.
yeah. Well, that was only one part of the list, wasn't it, Kane?
That we've gone through so far, yes. There's a little bit more, and there's still potentially additions. I've got this is just what I emailed myself like last week, I think. So I'm gonna pull it up on my phone too to see if there's anything new. Okay. So, yeah, we've got Anthony John versus Javier Martinez, right-handed, and Anthony John versus Javier Martinez, left-handed. And yeah, honestly, like that's already set up. But one of these days, I definitely want to see my teammate Javier versus you, Matt Silva.
But yeah, he's been messaging me. I think he wanted to do a right-handed match.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I didn't know that, but yeah, I think it just.
Sorry, I don't know if that was like private or not.
No, I don't know. It's
He
first.
was looking forward to all the trolling, and I told him you're not even on social media, bro. Like, what are you gonna work? I can't nothing to work with. You got to be out there if you want to fight, you know.
Yeah, I'd like to see that one. We've got Jeff Ray versus Brandon Sewell, right hand. So
Right.
Jeff against one of my newer teammates. He's been strength training a long time, from what I understand. When he came in day one, he had a great foundation. Like, first time I gripped up with him, I'm like, okay, this dude's strong. He's very strong.
Mike McGraw versus Scott Wynn, right-handed.
Oh yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, buddy.
Gonna be one of the highlight matches for sure. Yep. But
And Sean Forshey is versus Jake Andrade.
Hold on, Josh. When's the last time you pulled Scott Wynn?
I mean, we, anytime I'm around him and we grip up, yeah.
You think that's a close one?
Well, here's the thing, right?
I know that's your special.
Mike, he's on a comeback and he wants to make a big, run. He wants to make a big run. And I offered him a couple of matches and he specifically said, I want the hardest match. I want a match that's going to mean something. I want Scott. And yeah, so the way Mike pulls and the way Scott pulls where Mike is comfortable right now. And yeah, and Mike's back on training and getting everything primed, and he's feeling incredible. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. And yeah, just so pumped because when I asked Scott about it, Scott was like, I would love to pull him again. It's an honor. And so they both kind of felt the same way about each other. Yeah. So it's just that,
sure.
two legends of the sport going head to head. And yeah, I mean, on paper, for sure, it's a big ask for Mike because of how long he's been inactive. But if anybody knows McGraw, like when he's trained up, his hand is one of the best, so yeah.
I'm sure
it's going to be exciting
too.
Yeah.
Okay, before I forget, you said Sean Forshey versus Jake what?
Andrade, Andrade.
Andrade. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm updating this and I'll pop it up. Because we also have Jeff Ray versus Scott Wynn, left-handed.
Right.
So that's going to be a big step up for Jeff. And I love that. I absolutely love that. Those are the matches I love to see. I like the unknown ones, but I also love to see when people are stepping up, reaching, digging deep. That's going to be really cool. We've also got Anthony. Did we get somebody set up for Anthony Candelaria?
Yeah, we had somebody, and they're kind of like wiggly on, back and forth. So if we can find somebody to plug him in with, he's around 240. He's a super heavyweight, but he's pretty new, about a year in. So if there's anybody that we could fill him in with, he's really interested in having the match.
So he's a North guy.
And he'll go. Yeah.
Okay, so
And he'll go both hands.
210 from the south.
No. He's like probably around 250.
250. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
So everybody from the south, rack your brains on that. Somebody relatively new, around 250 pounds. And Adam Eddy versus myself, lefty. Me versus Chewy righty. We got
that's a crazy match right there, Kane.
it's a reachy one for me. I got a lot of respect for the guy. So
I don't know, man. You seem to have this really good way of blowing up the strong guys and making round 3 look a lot different than round 1. So yeah, that's Chewy is a very phenomenally strong dude, and he's one of those outliers that's just walked in and was crazy, but he does have a problem blowing up fast.
Yeah, we will have to see on that one, but I am definitely training hard for him. Everything that I'm doing up until that point, whether I'm at a tournament or super match or practice match or whatever, has been like taken as serious, but not in detouring from my training leading towards Chewy. So I'm taking Chewy very serious. So especially in practice matches or tournaments, I'm like more apt to just try something for the hell of it, versus like, trying to go for like an exploitive win or something, just to try out something new that I might have been working on or whatever, that might relate to what trying to go for with Chewy. But
speaking of which, we got a couple of matches. So you messaged me last night and about Malia, and Sean Craig actually has a daughter who has pulled a couple of tournaments and everything, but it might be a good match for Malia coming back, and something like that. This girl, Sean Craig's daughter, is rather new, but still it could be a fun match. So I already messaged him and reached out. I'm just waiting for
how many
I think he has like 4 or 5. Like he has like one girl and then the rest boys.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but they all arm wrestle, and they're all pretty good. So and then there's that, and then there's
let me write down her name though, as a potential.
I don't know her name. I do not know her name.
Okay.
You're just gonna have to put daughter Craig.
Daughter Craig, yeah. Okay, and then what were we gonna say?
Well, then we have Elijah's friend, the one you guys were talking about. That match is locked in, right? With
versus Logan Craig. So Yeah, we've got Elijah Colazzo versus Nolan Craig, who is the 16-year-old son, I believe. Or no, is he the 15-year-old? No, he's the 16. I think Aiden's the 17. And then Kaleo, who is 13, versus Logan Craig, who is 13. Yeah, I mean, I saw Aiden Craig and Nolan Craig for the first time at the Fit Expo in January. I was just thoroughly impressed by both of those kids. And now I'm finding out he's got a 13-year-old that's going to be going against Kaleo, and now he's got a daughter. Yeah, like Malia wants to pull, dude. Like, I don't know. She's just been. I try not to like get on her too much. I try to let her like run her own path. She's a busy woman, a mother. But yeah, the last couple practices we've gone to, she's like gotten up on that table, man, and she's looking good. And she looks like she's taking it more serious. And yeah, it was after our phone conversation. Like you and I were just talking arm wrestling for like 30, 45 minutes or something. And as soon as I hang up the phone, she just looked at me and she's like, I want to match at North First South too. And I just lost my shit. It's like, yeah, baby. Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Let me see. Her name is Reagan.
Reagan? Okay.
Yep. Reagan, Reagan, Craig.
Okay.
She is only on Instagram.
All right. I will reach out.
And then we have Evan, the Hitman, is going against Jeff Ray's son.
No way. Really?
Yeah, we locked that in, right, Jeff? Where'd Jeff go?
So your son's going against his son.
Yeah.
I love it. What's his son's name? Jeff, where are you at?
I know his son's name. It's like literally Elijah.
Okay.
Yeah. My son's name's Elijah.
Which slipped my tongue for a minute. So many kids.
Yeah, I know. I get lost in how many I got too.
Okay. And we've got our Daniel Villalobos versus Ben Salini. I will put potential on that as well. We still need to confirm with Ben. Okay, and Grace Bear versus Tara Terry, both right and left. That's obviously going to be one of our feature matches as well. And is Mike Linder. I need to put you in there as solid now. So Mike Linder.
Will die. Like,
Okay, so Mike Linder versus Vince Pulaski. Right. I didn't already write this in here, right? No. Yeah, no, I have not. Okay, so Vince Pulowski is right. And then Mike Linder versus Alwyn Kaburi. Left.
That'll be a good one.
Yes, sir. Okay, so I can take that. Oh, we've got Chris Zawacki.
Taking on Matt Hughes, right?
Yep.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, that's an awesome match.
I love Matt Hughes.
Yeah, he's a great dude. Arm wrestler too.
Very strong. So is Chris Zawacki, though. Chris Zawacki is very strong.
Okay, Matt Hughes. Now Chris Zawacki versus Matt Hughes, that was right-handed, right?
I think they're going both hands.
And left. Okay, beautiful. And Caribbean Bull, we already have him locked in on the he wants to do just right-handed with Robbie. So got him locked.
And then we got the Sheriff versus Mika.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just messing with you. See, I knew that would get you.
Like, what the hell? What did I miss?
Oh no. Okay, so yeah. Okay, I'm gonna re-screenshot this and send it to myself. There's still somebody that's got a soft spot for me that I really want to find a match for, who's very deserving. Mitchell Stone. He's very talented, and he's one of those guys that he's technically Northern California, but he's right over towards the border of Nevada in an area where he doesn't really have nearby teams. He's got to travel quite a distance to train with anybody. So he's one of those dudes who does train constantly, will compete at some events, but he's mostly like, tying up
Is he
his
in the Sonora area?
So he's actually I believe he's somewhat close to Tahoe almost.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty close. That's right around that area. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, from what I understand, I remember at some point even looking to find a team for him to train with. But yeah, that would be great. But I want to find a match for him. He's more of a true 154. He can definitely get to 165. But yeah, he seems to be real cozy around 154, North guy, and we need to find somebody from the South to go against him. He really wanted Christian Zepeda, but Christian had already beat him at the North vs South in a press. Not North vs South, the LA Fit Expo. I believe like last August. And yeah, he's not much of a super match guy. So there's a couple people that he trains with that I've been reaching out with, try to get confirmation, but they're not coming through. So y'all from the South, if you can think of somebody to go against Mitchell Stone, let's make this happen. The reason why I have a soft spot for Mitchell is there's only one tournament I competed in amateur, and it was like 4 day, I don't know. I came into Alpha Empire like from one of their practices, and they said next week there's a tournament, and that was what I competed in a week later. And he was the one that stood out to me. He beat me. Mitchell Stone beat me at that amateur tournament. And
Would you say his weight class was?
he's
154.
He's like a 154 guy. Yeah. And yeah, like I've kind of kept up with him. I pulled him one more time a few months later at a Reno qualifier in the open class. I think I got him left and backed out injured on the right. But yeah, he's good. At 154, he's definitely good. Yeah, he's one of those guys that's like, that'll come out of the woodwork and beat people that train a lot and compete a lot. But if there was one thing I would think that would play against him a little bit is because of his lack of ability to compete as often as a lot of us. There, somebody who's extremely technical and experienced might have an edge with him.
Did you guys get down the list for my left-handed match yet?
Yeah, I think we did bring up Scott Wynn. Yeah, Jeff Ray versus Scott Wynn. Yeah, that's definitely one I am looking forward to. Yeah, just one of those matches where, you know, you're pulling up and it is exciting to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm stoked about that.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling really good, man. My left is feeling pretty special right now. So I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna email this to myself and pop it up. Let's see the updated version. Okay.
Kane, remind me the date again, please. I'm trying to find it, but I misplaced it.
It is July 20th. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I wonder how many matches this is. Josh, did you have any other matches up your sleeve that we have not talked about, or is this our current list that we're working with? Super matches, not the round robin.
Yeah, it should be about it.
Okay.
I mean,
It's a lot. Okay. So this is
how many is it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Down to Jeff Ray, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Down to Grace, 21, 22. But that's potential. Okay, so the ones that are for sure. Did I say Grace was 21? I think I
Yeah.
did.
So it's like 25.
22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, 25 is what's pretty much set in stone. If we hash
That's
out,
nothing compared to the 58 last year.
so
No. Hey, Josh, I was gonna ask you, you hit up Mike and see if he wanted to get a match. Is there anybody down south that could pull with him?
Who is he?
Mike Voss.
Well, he's one of those that kind of last minute, if work allows him to go, he can go type thing.
What's his weight class?
I love seeing Mike Voss work.
He's heavyweight 209 to 232 or whatever. He's always under 232. He's like 220. He walks around.
is Tom Nelson only willing to pull Derek? Is he the only one that Tom will pull?
Tom actually can't pull anymore because he has to have a knee surgery, and so yeah, he'll be off his leg for a bit.
Last time I checked, this was called arm wrestling, not knee wrestling. We can bring up the seated table.
That'd be awesome.
So
his big ass wouldn't fit in it, but
I mean, we still have Eli though.
I was just gonna ask, what about Eli?
It's just so hard to find somebody for him. I mean, he's number 2 in California, left-handed. The only person above him is Larry. Larry, his year is up in July, right? So he hasn't really pulled any matches or whatever to defend that crown. So it's like a hard thing. And then is there anybody close to him that wants the match? Like as far as like close in the rankings or whatever, that wants to try to climb up and get that spot. I mean, I think Hodzi is the best match.
I was just gonna say Alan, man.
I don't know why Alan didn't speak up.
Because Alan's going. I mean, he's bouncing back from different stuff, and he's got to make sure that he's primed. And if it doesn't work out this year, that's okay. But we've seen what he did last year. I mean, we know he's a force. That's the match that makes the most sense.
I wanted to. This was gonna be my year where I was just gonna start fucking dominating people, and then now I got fucking double injured. So fuck me, I guess.
What's your injury?
Brain.
Both Fuck you.
Penis reduction.
Pronator teres in both
Don't
arms.
get fancy.
Um,
The
His forearm
rotator.
hurts.
right here, and right here.
How'd you injure? Are you sure it's not the ulnar nerve being compressed or something?
No, because I had in my left, I had mobility up to this point for about a month, and then that was month 2, and then that was month 3. So that's your pronator there. And then I was doing a really heavy pronation exercise, which is the same one I've been doing for months and months and months. And then the next day I had serious pain and I couldn't pronate. This was the first week in the last month that I was actually even able to. That's why I was working out so much in there. I was just trying to get like a good pump going.
They were
Just
showing off
trying
for the
to
camera. Don't lie.
trying
Yeah.
to get some like health back into it.
Do you have health
Showing off,
insurance?
it was 40 pounds.
Do you have
Ooh,
health insurance?
be afraid.
Alan, do you have health insurance?
Yeah.
Are you using it?
There's nothing if I go and get a scan and they say you partially tore your pronator, it's either going to heal or it's not. Or they're going to say we're going to give you surgery and I'm not going to do surgery.
No,
So
go to get a referral for occupational therapy.
I mean occupational therapy, I've done it all before, so I know exactly what to do, and I've been
Yeah,
doing
but
it.
you don't
and
have the sonogram machine. You don't have the wax. You don't have all that stuff. There's
You
tons,
don't have to drive to be consistent with it.
there's tons of modalities that they
Yeah,
can.
but then I
It
would just
does
also
help.
need the drive to be consistent to go to them to do it. I mean, it's all part
If
and
you're paying
part. Like,
for it, you'd be consistent, I think.
Yeah,
That works
I
for
did all
me.
that. I
Dude,
didn't think it was something that couldn't be emulated. Yeah, the only doctor I've talked to about an injury, they just said, "Stop arm wrestling, you idiot."
Basically.
Yeah.
You
My
can't.
occupational therapist literally
Your
said she would
health-
just train me.
Your health is in your hands. It's not in the doctor's hands. If you have a shitty doctor, then you find another one. And I've worked in the hospital for almost 10 years now. That's what I do. And they're not, just because they're a doctor doesn't mean anything. If you're not
I'm
getting what
not
you need, you have
trying to
move
say
on.
that the doctors are bad. I'm specifically saying that knowing what I know, there's nothing that they can tell me that I don't kind of like already know. Like I've
So
already done.
all I'm hearing is the deadliest sin, which is pride, Alan.
Thank you.
What do
Speak
you
the truth.
mean? I've been to the doctor a bunch of times. I know
Alan,
what they're going to tell me.
Be humble. Just get a
Man,
referral. Just
Get a
I'm going to go
referral, go
over
ahead.
there and I'm going to fuck you
Do
up so
Do
bad.
it twice a week. Stop being a whiner.
Just get a referral and get the modalities. It'll help.
Yeah, okay, I'm doing it right now.
You don't.
So
You don't.
So be humble.
you came to our practice this last Sunday, right? Or was it the Sunday before?
Sunday before.
Yeah. So how are things feeling then? You got on the
Good. I was able to pull Leroy both arms.
That's how he
pretty
pronounces his name.
as far as I
Leroy,
understand it.
What a dork.
I don't think he has a choice. I
It's
think that's just how it
Leroy,
goes.
bro. Come on, don't get fancy here. What are you fucking?
Hey man, when you start doing
sounds
like
sounds
what is it got like the
fucking,
bench press?
No,
and
it
the
sounds like
bench
a
press
sparkling
sparkler,
water.
yeah.
Sorry,
Call
Matt.
yourself whatever.
Please explain to me how I should be pronouncing my last name.
Hadzi.
No, you just need to
you're the
change your last
expert.
name.
Leroy. That sounds like a fucking sparkling water. Who the fuck? It's Leroy, bro. Gee, say it like a man.
He doesn't pull like a sparkling water.
Huh.
So you're saying by July you don't think that you'll
No,
be.
he doesn't. He pulls like a double barrel IPA.
Yeah, right.
You don't think
I mean,
by July
honestly,
you'd be ready for Ilya?
I might be. Oh, left-handed? No. My left hand I have very little confidence in. Just doing all those exercises, it still hurts. My left is going to be a long way out because of how
Pull him
severe.
right-handed.
Like I said, I just
Who?
injured my right.
Who?
So
Ilya or
Ilya,
Eli.
okay, it's pronounced. He said it's Eli. Like it is Eli, just to understand, because I've been trying to like read it phonetically. And get a seizure each time I try to say it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so
He's a big sweetheart too.
He's such a nice
I
guy.
would be down. I just don't have any confidence in my right, and I can't even work it out at this point. So
Your
it's
right
like
or your left?
my right. My
What
like I
does
said, they're
working
both
out
injured.
mean
Like,
to you? Like, I mean, are you willing to just do like blood flow training? Like,
that's all I can basically do at this point. So
Right.
I've spent the
coming,
last
though, right? You're
like
coming, right?
month. Oh, I'm coming for sure. I'm gonna bring all of our tables too,
Okay, cool.
just so we have a shit ton of tables. But I just wasn't. I just don't have confidence in it right now. I'm always mostly concerned with like my health on the table rather than like trying to prove anything. And worst case scenario, I'll just wait till next year to whoop his ass, and we can do both arms if it comes down to it. You know, if my left is healthy enough.
So
Because
is there
at this point,
anybody else
I
down
respect
there
that, Alan, but
other than
it's hard for us that support you because it's like we got to get a match for Eli. And
yeah.
who
Dude,
else is there?
that guy's so strong.
Well, just fuck Allen, I guess. Throw him under the table. Just rip his arm off.
No,
Never
who
mind. It's all
else?
Yeah.
damaged and fucked up.
Yeah,
You're-
he's strong. We went to the we were at the Fit Expo after a tournament, and then we went over to like this strict curl booth after the tournament, and like after polling, he casually went over and broke the record for the whole day.
Oh, nice.
The strict curl. I don't think
Dirty.
he's ever done it before either.
dude's a robot?
Guys like that,
Yeah,
it's like, man.
I have a similar story. We were at the Fit Expo, and
I believe it.
Dave Depew came over, and he's like, "Alan, come over here and lift this thing." And I was like, "Okay." And it's one of those. I don't know what it's called, Robbie. You probably know what it is, but it looks like a big like round dumbbell, and it has like a big 2-inch handle.
The Thomas Inch.
Yeah, Thomas. And Dave was like, "Go pick that up," and I just fucking magoo over there and lift it off the ground and put it down, and I was like that, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "What just happened?" They're like, 100 to 200 people just tried doing this, and only 3 of them have succeeded, and you're the third one. I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess that's cool."
I've been
Did
looking
you
to
do
get
it?
a Thomas Inch, but those things are like $300.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
So expensive.
That booth was right in front of Ronnie Coleman. Was he still there?
Oh, was he there? Damn.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see him if he was.
Yeah, it was right across from Ronnie Coleman.
There was the guy, I don't know any of the lifters' names. I'm retarded, but the blonde guy with like the massivest jawline you've ever seen in your life.
Jay Cutler.
Like,
Jay
yes.
Cutler. Yeah.
Yes, Jay. It was like right by his booth.
Yeah, Jay Cutler was right next to it, and then Ronnie Coleman was right across from it. But Ronnie
Okay.
Coleman's in a wheelchair now, so
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, that's so shitty.
it's terrible. I gave him a yeah, buddy, as I was going by, though.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, and he rolled his eyes in his head, you know.
He just responds back, "No, fucker."
You know, Ronnie Coleman he probably would have dominated in arm wrestling too.
Of course.
He's probably the strongest bodybuilder ever.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty
why he's
sure
hurt.
I'm pretty sure he's closed to number 4, right?
Yeah, that's why he's hurt, though, because Jay Cutler did everything smart, and he did it with lightweight over a long period of time, and Ronnie Coleman went as heavy as possible for as long as possible and killed his body.
Say.
He died like a man. If he didn't have all that money, he would have died like a man.
Yeah,
Who wants to be old?
right.
My
I don't know.
401k
Jay
is to die.
Jay
at
Cutler
60.
still looks like he's killing it, though.
Yeah, he's a
jacked,
weapon.
dude.
He's a specimen.
Still jacked, and he's not in in Olympia shape, but he's still jacked, and he's older.
No shade on Jay whatsoever. I'm just saying. No shade on Ronnie either. There's nothing wrong with dying like a man at 60, 62, you know.
Who's the strong man? Like the God dang it, that's getting into arm wrestling.
Brian Shaw.
Oh my
Brian
God,
Shaw,
that guy's gotta be a fucking
I'm gonna
monster.
quit that day. Fuck that. That guy's nuts.
We'll see.
What do you
But
mean?
if you
What are
watch
you
his
worried about?
practices,
You're not
his
fucking in his weight class. I'm gonna have to deal with that
No,
asshole.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's gonna walk through. Like, he's just gonna be there and take up all the goddamn room.
Yeah,
Now, watching his
Derek Hall, too.
practices though with Eddie Hall was ugly. He had the ugliest weird little press. Like
Yeah.
he really needs to get like some. I know Devin Larrett said he's gonna go down there and train with him like this next couple of months, and he really needs to like get some
Yeah,
training before he hurts himself.
watching Brian Shaw poorly explain to him how to do something, I was
Yeah,
like, oh my god, please don't do that.
If
that
Devin,
press was ugly.
If
Well, didn't
Devin
Derek go
trains
down there?
Brian Shaw, Brian Shaw's gonna be barefoot in the airport. You know, and that's not. I don't think Devin would be the best to
No,
train.
I don't know that he needs to stick with him. He'd be one of you. Just like you
Oh,
said,
you need
you
one.
learn a lot.
You need
Yeah,
one.
I was
guy.
recently listening to Devin Larratt talking about his game plan for Brian Shaw, and I actually thought it was really good because instead of trying to like throw out particular like focus on technique or something, he seemed like he more wanted to emphasize getting Brian to fall in love with arm wrestling in the first
Oh,
place.
that's smart. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. Because if you start getting him into like competing, he gets injured, and then who wants to come back after 3 months, and then you're injured.
And that's the curse of strong people in this sport that come into it strong and they're used to dominating. So there's kind of an ego element that plays against them. And
those tendons have no idea. They have
Yeah,
no
like
idea.
that. Do you guys know that Bashir guy? I think he was with the Black Elbow crew. He was so strong and fast, and then one day he's hurt, and I haven't seen him since. And
that
had
guy,
potential.
yeah, the one that
That
he's
guy-
like a fighter.
Yeah, he's not a fighter. He was a
Khaled.
dancer, actually.
Khaled. Wasn't it
But he's
Khaled,
friggin-
the fighter?
Oh no, you're thinking of Khaled. Yeah, no. Bashir
No,
was
Khaled's
a
different. Yeah, no,
like a
Bashir's
break
he's
dancer.
I can't remember where he's from, but he showed up at Armfest several times in our practices. Dude was strong and faster than I've ever seen anybody, but he got hurt. And now he's like, I want to concentrate on my dancing, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And then the whole time we were like, don't hit. Calm
Yeah.
down from hitting. You're gonna get hurt. Gotta relax from
Oh,
hitting.
dude,
Try
we
to
yelled at
hit,
him for like
and
10
then
minutes. I'm like, nobody cares about
Fair
your
enough.
pride. It doesn't matter who you think you are. We're telling you what not to do. And then literally 2 weeks later, he's hurt.
That's the curse of the big guy, man. They come in with
Yeah.
all those muscles and their tendons just are not used to that motion at all.
Yeah. Every time he showed up, he would brag about his strict curl and all that. I'm like, dude, nobody cares. It doesn't translate. You're strong. We get it. Go easy. You know, enjoy yourself. Have fun. You're training. You're not competing. I think did he beat Mika or was going to pull Mika or something like that? I don't remember. They were farting around and Mika had already been hurt. He pulled him left and did decent against Mika.
That guy's pretty strong too, huh, Mika?
Mika's
Oh my god.
yeah.
Mika's the fucker that hurt my left. We were fucking around.
You've never pulled with
I was-
Mika, Matt?
No, I have, but
No, I was talking to Matt.
Oh, sorry.
Mommy and Daddy are talking. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that dude is a monster, man.
Yeah, and he's good looking too. You want to punch him in his stupid perfect face.
Yeah, he's a pretty badass tennis player too.
It's the hair.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that
Badass
joke.
What player?
Tennis.
Oh, that's gay.
Yeah, he's been making a lot of appearances at the Arm Wars. Watching Mika pull at Arm Wars has been pretty cool.
He looks strong.
Yeah.
Mika I watched Mika have a super match my very first tournament that I ever went to. And yeah.
I have the video of Alan getting his arm ripped off by him. That shit was funny.
Right.
It was embarrassing but funny.
Who's the other guy down there from SoCal? The big, I mean, he's a big muscly
That's
205. Huh?
Oh.
205?
I think he also has he's in whatever Mika's class. I think he has a cleft palate too.
You're not talking about Scott Partington, are you? You can't be talking about
No.
Scott Partington. He's not.
No.
Who?
Okay,
Cleft
so do you
palate?
remember Derek's match versus Tim Bresnan?
Yeah.
Okay, Mika pulled him that day.
I don't know. Sounds like a random guy.
No,
Yeah, I
no,
don't
he's
know.
not a random guy. Josh would know who I'm talking about.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Talking about Cody?
Cody. Yep.
Cody,
Yeah, okay,
Cody,
Cody
Cody
Hadley.
Hadley.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cody has
Cody.
that? I didn't even notice.
Oh, that was such a cool match, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I remember that.
Oh my god, it was such a good match.
How the hell did we forget about that guy? Jesus, haven't seen him around in a while, but he's been at the compound, so
Yeah.
he's pretty goddamn strong.
I
Yeah,
love
he-
watching that guy pull, man. He's so fired. He gets so fired up. He reminds me
Yeah,
of
he's always smiling, no matter
Alan.
how angry he is. Just
Yeah.
big smile. That's great.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out.
Yep. So Josh, you guys keeping an ear out. Maybe my son might want to go too. He's brand new, like 7 months, 200 pounds. we're considering getting him up there too. So
Yeah,
if
I
there's-
thought, didn't you guys say that you have a match planned for
Jake?
Jake?
I didn't hear it unless I was busy reading, working.
I think it was
You're
before you got on.
You're muted, Kane.
For who? For who?
No,
My
I just
son.
haven't said anything.
Robbie's son.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
We need
I
to
know
find
that we
a
have.
match
Oh,
for your
Kane,
son.
yeah, we do have other matches. Did you name Eric Linville and Jacob Ardron or whatever? So that one's on there as well.
Okay, is that one of them that we? Okay,
I don't know if you have it on there.
Andrade's in the chat right now. No, I have Sean Forshee versus Jake Andrade, and I don't even know what arm. But yeah, I can.
No. It's not Andrade. It's like Ardron or something like that. It's a very similar last name.
Well, in the chat, I have a.
He won the heavyweight class at the Fit Expo that happened.
So in the chat, I have a Jake. It says Andrade, Andrade, Andrade. Yeah.
Let me check real quick.
Yeah.
You started it.
Robbie, who are you pulling?
Josh.
Said Robbie, who you pulling?
Who am I pulling? He's right there in the chat. We just talked to him. He just said it earlier. He's not in the list. I was just saying, I didn't see my name on the list.
Eric Linville, right? Josh?
Yeah.
So Jake Andrade, who is in the chat as Simple Man 86, or no, he's in there as where are you? Where'd you go? Oh, Boogie Boy Bronx. He's the South guy. Jake is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because
I want to say his name is Jacob.
Okay.
I mean, which is, short for Jake, or Jake is short for Jacob, but let me see. I'm looking. No, it has to be in here. Let me see.
Oh, Simple Man is Matt Hughes. Okay. All right. We got Matt in the chat. What's up, Matt? Yeah, we've got you down for let's see, your match with Chris Zawacki. That's going to be a really good one. We've got Johnny Dang in the house.
Yeah. Jacob Ardron, Ardron.
So that's just a different person. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but there is a Jake Andrade who is going against Sean Forshee.
Yes, okay. Completely different person. Yes.
So Jacob Ardron is going against Eric Linville.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. All right. And Johnny Dang says he will pin all of us. He says.
Boom. Let's put Johnny Dang against Anthony Candelaria.
Yes, that's a good one.
Let's do it. Okay,
Does Johnny want a match?
Does Johnny want a match?
Tell him Anthony Candelaria.
Johnny is the match.
Johnny, you're pulling. You're pulling Anthony Candelaria. Yes. Is Anthony an Italiano?
He might be.
Candelaria. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, Johnny Dang. What do you think? I don't know who that is, but I'll take it, he says. All right, done deal.
Beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, that brings us up to 22 confirmed matches with about two more potentials.
Oh, did you see somebody said in the chat? Oh, Christian Chatterbug said that Scott Partington wanted to pull Mike Voss.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hold on. That would be a good one.
I actually like that.
It's decent.
Okay, potential. So we got to reach out to both of them or to Mike primarily if Scott already says he wants it.
I'm messaging him right now.
What hand, Christian? What hand does he want to pull him with? Well, it'd have to be a right-handed match, right? Because he's pulling a rematch with Ballesteros.
Wait, you're talking about Scott versus Ryan Ballesteros?
Yeah, aren't they having a left-handed rematch or no?
We want there to be, but is that still being worked on, Josh?
Who are you talking about, Ballesteros?
Yeah.
So the Scott,
I'm just waiting on Ryan.
So the Scott and Mike Voss match would be a right-handed match, right?
Oh yeah, their rematch would be left if Scott and Ryan go at it again. That was left-handed, wasn't it, Josh? Last year?
It was.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
And Christian Cabahug says Ryan can't pull that day. Oh, he just can't pull that day. Okay.
Okay.
So it'd be both. Or either.
I know Voz would prefer right-handed.
Okay.
God, that would be a cool match.
And Scott pulls great both hands. I don't think he would care. Favor one or the other.
Scott's the man.
We got a lot of good matches, even though we haven't gotten anywhere near the amount of matches as last year. We have the featherweight round robin, which is going to be insane.
So that kind of makes up for it, right? We have
You didn't have the round robin last time, right?
No.
Yeah.
So last year we had 58 matches with no round robin. This year around 25 matches with the round robin. So I mean, it's still going to be a full day of arm wrestling. We'll still start around noon. We'll still end around 5, somewhere around there.
Yeah. And I still think we're probably going to land at like 30, 35 super matches, would be my guess, because we're still 2 months out.
Johnny Dang, you saying you wanted the match with Anthony? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. It's a go.
Awesome.
Rock on.
Beautiful.
All right, guys. Well, oh, Johnny says get me in on the chat. I think we're about we're wrapping it up. Well, let's get you on next week.
Yeah,
Johnny.
just put him on. I'll stay on here. Kane, you go to sleep. Just put Johnny on. Me and him will talk.
Yeah.
Johnny Dang's always down to talk.
Always. He's awesome.
Is my name on that thing? I didn't see it.
No, they didn't. Kane said that you and I weren't even valid enough to be on the list, which I
guess
thought was
not.
pretty messed
Wow,
up.
man.
Oh shit! I didn't put it on there on the
Punking
new
the
one.
old guys.
Well,
We pull them both hands or just
he was
right?
just like he just didn't want to put such like destruction. He felt bad putting like the last time anyone's gonna write Josh's name down. It felt bad for him.
I know.
Are we doing both, right and left, Josh, or just the one?
So here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Here we go.
Right-handed for sure.
Right-handed for sure. You hurt left? Or you got someone else in mind?
I wouldn't say hurt as much as I would say I'm trying to nurse my arm to
Cautious
feel like
is the word.
Yeah, I'm not hurt at all.
Yeah, just cautious. That's how it is. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being cautious, man. We don't want to see no one hurt. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I learned that.
Just
I learned that from
note,
Rodney.
on that note, I used to always watch those guys who broke another person's arm and think, oh, I wouldn't be like that, because everybody always gets disgusted, like, oh, that's disgusting. And then that super match that I had a couple weeks ago, where dude looked like he broke his arm, I thought I was gonna throw up on the table. Oh, just you think you're tough until you got someone's arm in your hand and it's just flopping on you, like, no. And Andy was fine. He was totally fine, but even in the video watching it back, you're like, that looked like it hurt a lot.
I couldn't imagine being strapped to somebody with a broken arm. God.
Oh yeah, dude, the Zura match. That every time I watch it, the other guy's just like, no, just unstrap me, please, God, unstrap me. He wanted out of that match and out of that building so bad.
At Patterson last year, Eric Linville was arm wrestling a kid, and his arm broke. They were strapped together, and then me and Bill were just like struggling trying to get him apart, because when we took the strap off the dude that broke his arm, his grip was like all the nerves were locked, and so like this didn't want to open. Right? It was so horrible. Oh gosh, it was bad.
Disgusting.
The worst reaction to a broken arm I've seen was definitely last year at North versus South. That was terrible.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I'm so glad that I didn't see it. Like the one time I went
looked away the second it happened.
Oh no, I watched it. It was awful. Watching
like
Grace, didn't Grace do? Grace did that too, didn't she?
Yeah, that was a Grace.
That was the Grace one, right?
Did it to her. Yeah.
Hey, is she still pulling that girl that from last year?
Rosario, no, she had a baby and everything, and yeah, I believe she was like a detective or something like that. And so when she broke her arm, it kind of like put her on desk duty at work for a while.
Yeah, she's like, you know what? It's not that important.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
Yeah.
Cool. We done then?
Yeah, I think so.
We were gonna get Johnny Dang in here just so he can like.
Oh yeah, get Johnny in here.
Can
get Johnny.
And then we can like Matt Damon him and just be like, "Oh, we're all out of time, guys.
Goodbye."
No, you know what would be the best troll ever though is like if he gets on and right when he gets on, we just all turn off our screens.
Oh, come on, we love Johnny.
Yeah,
I do love Johnny. That's why it's fun to fuck with him.
Yeah, he's awesome. Johnny is the life of his own party. He's an awesome dude.
Good people for sure.
Maybe one day he'll be an arm wrestler.
Just kidding, Johnny.
Yeah, if he opens up the demographic a little bit.
Yeah, right.
He's closed himself down. He's like, I only want to be these guys. That's it.
All right, guys, I'm out. I'm gonna go hang out with my wife and with all that stuff. Thanks for having me. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, have a good night, man.
Peace.
Hey, thanks again, Robbie. I really appreciate the opportunity, brother.
I got you guys down. So if the potential matches happen, I think that'll put us up to like 27.
God, I want Mike Buzz to say yes so bad.
Yeah. So I'd say the biggest difference between the numbers of matches last year and this year is we had a lot more amateur matches last year, which is great. You know, I think that's great. So I would like to see a couple more high level matches in the lineup. Maybe get Eli in there. I hope
Mark me down for him next year.
Next year? Okay. All right. But yeah,
he'll be number one. He'll be number one next year, though.
That's fine. I was gonna take number one this year until I fucked myself. I was gonna go. Actually, my main thing was I was gonna go left-handed against Derek, and then right-handed against Mega Mike, and see how that went. And then after that, I wanted to go after Tom Nelson's left. Or was it his right? I can't remember. It was one of them. But then just like everything kind of happened, so I was just like, fuck all of that.
I got a complete sidebar here, but it made me think about it. When we're talking about Eli and these guys. Yeah, if everybody could just keep Tank in your thoughts. He said that the cancer came back, and so he's like sidelined and shit, but whatever. But yeah, everybody wish him the best. Hopefully he can get through it in a speedy time.
Oh, I didn't know anything was going on there.
Hold on. Vaz is responding right now.
Oh,
let's see. July 20th.
And while you're looking, who was it that asked about Tony Tomlinson? Okay, so yeah, that was Matt Hughes asking about Tony. So Tony actually moved. He's now in what, Missouri, I believe?
Colorado.
Colorado, okay. Yep.
what's the word?
We're waiting. Vaz asked me possibly, he said possibly what's the date and where at. Yeah. He's not on social media much.
Good for
Get him out of there.
him.
You gotta be online like the cool kids.
Yeah. Seriously. No, I mean that would be a really neat match to watch. Anyway, Scott came up to Patterson last year at Partington, and he saw Vaz, and they ended up meeting up in the bracket. And Scott told me, man, for 20 years or whatever, I watched this guy and never got a chance to pull him. And they finally pulled, and then they pulled again over there at Anaheim. Yeah, so yeah, their first time, and then they met up twice within a year. So this would be like the third time they met up.
What's the record?
I believe it's 1-1. So Vaz got him at Patterson,
Perfect.
and then I believe Scott got him at Anaheim. So yeah.
So what fun exhibition matches are we going to allocate to the after party?
Oh, I'd be down for something like that, but I don't know who that'd be, who I could possibly fuck around with.
Damn, too bad Tom's having surgery. He's always down for a party.
Yeah. The only time I ever pulled Tom was after the King of the Table. And he must have been pretty beat up because like he got on the table with me and just tried to move me, and he's like, fuck that. And then he was like, next, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, he's pretty humble like that. If you don't feel there's nothing there, he'll just walk away.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. When Tom will be, he's very vocal. He said the same thing with Tony last year when they had their North versus South match round one. He just looked at me and goes, dude, that's incredible.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so Tom, he's always the first one to tell you like, oh man, I'm in for a ride. Yeah, so Vaz says that his daughter has swim that day, but it's that doesn't mean no. He's going to talk to the wife and see if he can go. So I just asked him to let me know as soon as he can. So hopefully we can get that thing locked in.
Okay.
Awesome.
If that's the case, then we have.
That's a big time. Shut everything down. Watch that match.
Yeah, well, it would mean that we have like pretty much all of the OG armbenders are having a match that day.
Yeah.
Like the only exception is Luke. Like each time, but Luke has his demands and criteria. So
I tried to get him in there.
yeah. I think he wants like $1,000.
Foot.
or
well, I
something like
mean,
that.
yeah,
You know, to have a
$1,000
match
super
like
match. That's what he said no to, was $1,000 super match.
What was
Oh,
that
did he?
about, Luke?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He just said
Yeah,
he
so
wanted to focus on
yeah.
this World Series of Arm Wrestling or something.
WSA, yep.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because him and Bresh, they went, well, I don't know, we're not supposed to like divulge too much, but they're back and forth. And so I think, yeah, this last one probably got to him a little bit. Okay, cool. Vlad says he'll know by tomorrow.
Awesome. Hey, I'm free all day tomorrow, so call me as soon as you have that information.
For sure. Yeah, that'd be a sick one. Yeah. I'm so excited to see McGraw pull, man. Like, since I got into this, he's only been that captain who, you know, sits there and makes sure everybody's pulling the right way. And you never really get to see him go out there and do it, you know, to have a match. But this will be his first serious match since like close to like the Game of Arms days or a little bit after that. Yeah. He did like the classic, I think 2 times, and then that was it. So
Yeah, both those guys are legends. It's a great one.
Okay, Johnny's having a hard time coming in. I'm just gonna blast the link right here in the chat. Yeah, we'll get like 10 people logging in, and then we'll end the stream.
yeah, that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Okay. Go.
So for the after party, what were you saying now? What are we doing matches? We're gonna do some of the matches at the after party, aren't we?
Yeah, what kind of what kind of cool exhibition matches are we gonna do? We should definitely do like a king of the table at some point.
Yeah, I think that's where like a lot of the side bets and stuff like that will probably come into play a lot because there's going to be booze and party favors and stuff. And yeah,
King of the table definitely belongs at the end of any event when we're all stupid and gas and primed for a good injury. That's exactly where it belongs. Let's see. Yeah, I love King of the Table. And
I think if we could do a couple novelty matches, that would be really cool.
Oh, for
like
sure.
you know how Casey had that match and he's supposed to get a tattoo. That's why he's trying to switch over to slap fighting. He doesn't want to get the tattoo. But no, I'm just joking. But yeah, something like that. Like you know, the loser has to shave their head or you know, cut their beard off or something. It's just fun stuff for views would be cool. Yeah. Like if we could get Jeff to shave off all of his facial hair, bro. Bro.
Tell Justin Webb to show up.
Ah. Yeah, what could we do? Yeah, I mean, just the match in general. What would be a match that you're just not normally to see, but you maybe like get them to pull at an after party?
There he is, the damn man.
Damn, what's up, y'all? Jesus, that took so long.
What's up, Johnny?
Now, what happened? Did you only find the link in the chat that I just posted?
Yeah.
Did you ghost me? Do I not have your correct phone number anymore?
No, you do.
Okay.
Hold on. No, you sent me I had to log on to Facebook Messenger on my computer.
Okay.
Wait, why is it lagging?
your match is with somebody neither of us know.
Anthony.
Yes.
Wait, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. You're way up here. Anthony Candelaria. Anthony Candelaria. Okay.
Yeah, it
so
should be a good match. Anthony has the last 2 wins on Casey. Like to give you an idea where he's at.
Wait, what?
And so
Dude, that's not even close.
I'm totally pulling your leg, man. I knew that
Jesus
would get you.
Christ, dude.
Hey, look, I'll tell you where I'll tell you where he's at. You remember at UAL last year, you pulled one of my guys, Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I fucking love that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. So Anthony had a match with Jeff the last time we went up to Mike McGraw's house, and Anthony beat Jeff, and you beat Jeff also.
Well, that should be good. Yeah, I found him on Instagram. He looks like a big dude.
I think it's a pretty close match. And as a matter of fact, it'll probably be the first time that you face somebody that's like your height. And you're like, you guys are both shorter and big dudes.
Josh,
no, I mean,
yeah,
like being
like
serious. Yeah, being serious.
Yeah.
Josh is talking shit.
Most of the super heavyweights are giants, right? So this dude is like around the 5'8", height or whatever, but he's like 250, 260. So he's a, shorter, stockier guy. I think it's kind of perfect. Yeah.
I found him on Instagram, like while you guys were talking about him, and he looks to be about the same stature. He's probably a little more defined than I am in the triceps. They're beautiful.
Well, his calves are better looking than anybody in this chat. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Have you seen Alan's?
I've never seen calves.
Oh
Dude,
my God, dude. They're wild.
Listen, bro, I took a picture of this guy's calves and I posted it. Like he has like 4 individual calf muscles on his calf. It's really ridiculous looking. It's like, what the heck?
And
then not another muscle on his whole body, but on his calf, all the muscle like went to his calf.
Yeah, his triceps are tricepping though, dude. I saw him.
All right, I'm looking for him. Is there any footage of the guy pulling anywhere?
Well, yeah, like if you look on Armtube,
UAL, he
Apostles.
Wait, does he know that we're pulling?
What's that?
He's a yes guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of my guys that tells me, just set me up with somebody who you think is good. I'll pull both hands. I trust you. So yeah, he's just excited to have the opportunity. He's super.
Kane, did you find him?
Pumped guy.
Yeah.
Been doing it just over a year, and so yeah, he's excited.
Yeah, he's got good barbecue. I mean, if anything, I would just like to try
for him, but the guy kept bouncing back and forth. So I wanted something that was, consistent, because he's driving from a ways away, just like you are, and I want the guys to know their match is going to be there.
That's a good match too. I like it. Now that I think about it, you guys.
Yeah, I think it will be, dude. I think it will be. Yeah. Yeah, he looks really strong.
Yeah, he looks familiar. Where'd you guys say I could see him pulling?
Armtube for sure. Like if you look on Nick Postel's videos, the ones where we have like the little challenge matches up at McGraw's, you'll see him on there. He
was in the amateur too. He was in the amateur class at UAL this year too. Down in at the Fit Expo.
Anaheim?
No.
Did he go down there?
Yeah. Oh wait, no. Sorry, I thought he didn't.
Yeah,
dude, you know who I want to find?
My bad. I thought he did.
You guys see one of my recent Instagram stories? I can't find the kid, but he was really awesome, and I would like to find him so we can get together and pull some. Fuck, of course they disappear. This guy. Oh, you can't see him. Hold on. Let me turn this off. Nope. Damn it. Damn it. He's a long-haired kid.
What's his name?
I have no clue. I can't remember.
Oh.
Welcome to the conversation, Josh.
Yeah, two. My bad.
Yeah, damn it. Anyway, whatever. It's one of my Instagram posts. The cover photo is the picture of my hat backwards. It says Little Saigon, and it's the fourth slide. Anyway, yeah, he was a cool kid. I think he was from NorCal also somewhere.
Are you talking about Adam Petrilla?
I don't know. Did I beat him? He's one of the guys I beat.
Is he huge? I mean, is he 6'8"?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's probably like 5'10". Big kid. It was his first competition.
Hey, Johnny, what's your Instagram? I'm trying to find you.
Johnny Dangarang.
Why the fuck is it not coming up?
I don't know. Oh, I blocked you.
Where is it at on your Instagram?
It's the post. It's like half a swipe down. You can see my hat backwards. It says Little Saigon. You see what I'm saying? Did you find it?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's the fourth slide. It's
the fourth.
Yeah, right before Ryan and Jeff's match.
Oh wow. Okay. I have no idea who that guy is. All right.
Yeah, I don't either, but I wish I did because he was really cool, and I hope he still pulls.
So I found Armtube's Mike McGraw. I'm guessing North California Arm Wrestling 2023 call out super matches is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I couldn't find him in there. I feel like I saw him in the background, just not pulling. But he was also at in an Armtube video of UAL amateurs.
No, I don't. I thought he was, but he's not.
Let me see.
Actually, funny enough, I think I have the video of his match with Jeff, because Jeff is my training partner.
I see Matt Silva versus Casey in 2022.
My son, sir.
Here, Kane, I'm gonna send you. It's gonna take a second. I'm gonna send you a video, Kane.
Okay. On Facebook Messenger?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is actually him versus Augie up at Mike McGraw's.
I go in your office?
Step into my office.
My wife's got like a TikTok studio in the house.
That's awesome.
She's all TikTok famous.
Is she?
Oh yeah, dude. She makes a lot of money on TikTok.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like doing makeup videos or like those little dance videos, or what?
She's like a comedian, bro. She's so funny.
What, dude?
Yeah, she's got like over 100,000 followers, something like that.
What?
I'm gonna follow her right now.
Oh yeah, dude. She's super funny.
What's her? How do I find her?
Type in Zuri, Zuri.
Zuri Belarus?
No.
Zuri TikTok.
Oh wait, Queen Zuri, maybe. Here, let me go look.
Dude, I haven't been
Did
on
you
TikTok.
get it,
so
Kane?
long, I can't log back in. Weird.
But yeah,
Did you get
yeah.
the?
And Zuri Rays?
I have the match. Though.
That's me. Yeah. That's my wife.
Okay. Found her. I subscribed.
Oh, nice.
Here we go, Johnny.
So this is actually also my buddy Augie that I'm trying to get a match for right now too.
Okay, I'm gonna share the sound too. Here we go. Oh, this is Augie versus Anthony?
Yeah.
Interesting. Good to know. Okay.
I sent you 2 videos too.
Okay, yeah, I definitely recognize Anthony.
Oh yeah, it was raining that day. It was such an awesome day.
Yeah, it was. This is the first match of the day.
Candy. Put him down. Don't play. Put him down.
He's much bigger than that now. He's so much. His arms are so much bigger than that now.
Perfect fucking storm, baby. Perfect storm.
Look at Casey back there, all scared.
Right?
Don't move. Go. Come on, Candy. Put him down. Don't play. Put him down.
Jeff,
Yeah.
you need to reach out to Zach and see if he wants to match left-handed.
Yes, the answer is yes. He lives in Bakersfield.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. But I'll hit him up.
Damn, I should have got the big one.
Turn out, Candy. Turn out a little more. Right there. Don't move. Go. Come on, Candy. There it is. There it is.
Oh, that was a slip.
Right there.
So you just have the 2, right?
Come on, Candy.
I have more.
Turn out a little more. Right there. Don't move. Go. Come on, Candy. There it is. There it is.
Like an iron wrist.
I think they're in a strap here, maybe. Oh, I'm just gonna put these 2 together.
Okay.
I think that's the last 2.
What's up, Mike?
Yeah, how you doing?
Good to see you awake, dude.
Isn't this setup way better than what I was in there? Like, she's got it all set up in here.
Oh, I was in Vegas last Sunday, by the way. I missed practice.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yeah. Were you there? No.
Yeah, I was there.
We were?
Yeah, actually, I was there today because Derek's dad fixed my car for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude, he's such a lifesaver.
What happened to your car?
My thermostat.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, he's so tight.
Get over with. Get over with. There you go. Go. Get it over with. Get it over with. There you go. Go.
Yep, I like it.
I feel like hooking with the guy's going to be dangerous, dude.
Yeah, he really jumps in there.
That's a dangerous hook game right there, boy.
I sent you the one with them in the strap too. Got that.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
No.
Come on, Dan. You got that outside game, man. You'd be all right.
I have zero outside game. What do you? What do you? Zero.
Don't move. Don't move. Go, Candy. There you go. Put him down. Don't play. Put him down. There you go. No pin.
Oh, he's so
Tight.
tight.
Nice. Win. Oh yeah. Good shit, buddy. Right?
You got this.
Cool,
John.
guys. I'm so excited. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love this. This is going to be a good one.
You got this,
You
John.
might as well just walk up to the table and say, fuck it, let's start in the hook and just see where it goes.
Yeah. Well, you know what would help is like if he wore like a rice patty hat or like slamming his eyes somehow. Yeah. Loan it to him, dude. Maybe I can get fired up for it.
Okay. Look, hey, listen. I will tell him, bro, and we call him Candy Ass for a reason, bro. He will do it. He will show up any way that's gonna fucking get under your skin and motivate you for sure. He'll do it.
I would appreciate it. Yeah.
Just put it this way, Johnny. If the North ends up winning by 1 point, we're all gonna blame it on you. If it's through a loss.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. What if Johnny wins his match and we win by 1 point? Are you still blaming it on Johnny?
They're gonna blame it on Kane.
No, it's like he has to win. Yeah. Now you got this, Johnny. In the bag.
Hey, man.
So is it per match per point or whatever? So if you lose like 2-0, one team gets 0, the other gets 2 points. It's 1
No.
1 point.
super match.
Yeah, each super match counts as 1 point. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are we counting anything for the round robin? How does that work?
Yeah, so I don't know. We haven't decided that yet, but I would feel like no, because the round robin is a separate entity, and these super matches are specifically for the California Cup trophy that we have. So it's kind of like we're trying to build the dream team on the North and the South by having these super matches together. They're fighting for the trophy. Separately, the round robin is fighting for their rankings and their awards.
Right. Because the round robin, the South will be going against South, North will be going against North. Yeah.
Right. There's going to be too many variables.
Yeah.
And if there was any way that we could tie it to purpose for North versus South, it's an investment for future North versus Souths.
Or you could do the top 2 finishers for the round robin count as a point each. Or
yeah, potentially. Yeah, So I mean,
Well, next year we could do a different weight class too. It doesn't have to always be 145.
Yeah, no way.
Well,
no way. We got to move up. This one was to create the 145 class.
Yeah.
But I love that idea, and so we might as well go in chronological order. And so next year would be a 165 round robin. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be cool.
But we were also talking about something, Kane and I, which we thought was really interesting and maybe exciting, is that possibly next year, everybody comes and shows up. Your name is entered in a bracket just like a tournament. And then, surprise, that's who your super match is. Boom, it gets drawn that moment. So you don't get no build up, just like a tournament, like, oh shit, I'm pulling him. That's who you'll have a super match with, and it'll all be random. But it will be your weight class. So, but yeah, we would do it just like a bracket. Yeah.
And your division. So if you're a pro, then you pull pros. If you're amateur, you pull amateurs.
So basically you would get there and then we'd be like, all right, next up is Jeff versus Kane. And they'd be like, oh shit, I guess we're pulling each other. Yep. Best of 5. Let's go.
Right.
So.
That would be really interesting. I'd like to see, comparatively what the score looks like versus these ones where matches have been hand tailored. Because I'd like to think that when we're constructing these matches, it's not just you and me, Josh, that are like, coming up with them. The community has been helping, not just throwing names out, but like to put together two people that would make a good match so that it's not too lopsided on one end or the other. But I do wonder what the difference in scores would be if it was totally randomized.
Yeah.
Actually like intentionally trying to make them even matches. But for the featherweight round robin, what's cool about it for future North versus South events is now that top 10, an actual ranking will be established for that weight class. It's everything that happens after that point that'll be really interesting. Now there's a weight class. Now call outs can start to occur, over the next year. Things can start to shake up. I feel confident that other promoters for tournaments are going to start incorporating a 145 in California for their tournaments. So that will shake things up too. So yeah, by next year for the next North versus South, there'll be a lot more information to go on.
God, man, with all the new talent coming in at 145 and 150, like in that class, all the new talent that we saw at UAL this year in the state championship, like the sport needs a 145, 155 class or 150 class.
It's for the kids, that are light when they're young, They're always gonna. It's always gonna be.
Those are the ones. Those are the ones that are watching.
Santino's gonna be in there forever, but
Yeah,
everybody,
but
like the bigger
those-
kids, when they're smaller, they'll be 150 or
Those are the guys that are watching us, pull on Armtube, and they're watching, Devin Lorette and all the people that support our sport. They're the ones watching these videos and really growing the sport right now. A lot of smaller kids, and they'll get bigger, but it benefits the sport to have a class available for them, because that weight jump from 135, 145 to 65 is just so huge.
Well, I mean, in Minnesota, we had a junior at every tournament. There was a junior division, and there was always kids in there.
Yeah,
every tournament.
You got grown men that are 145 pounds too, though. Like, Santino, that dude's been stuck in the 165-pound class for however long he's been pulling, and he's phenomenal. But, that weight jump is just so high.
Yeah, and that's interesting what you mentioned about youth, Mike Linder, is that the lower we make weight classes available as more people are coming in, that does create a great way to make the sport more inclusive.
Yeah.
It's harder to allocate a completely different league or
age group,
or youth, but you start dropping that weight category and you can actually have, that 12-year-old go against somebody that might be, 25 or 30 and at 120 pounds. And they'd have a place to arm wrestle with everybody else.
Jaden.
Yeah, you do kind of notice that with this round robin, it kind of looks like it's going to be the youngest bracket that we've probably seen, because of exactly what you're saying. Like, the lower that weight goes, it's very few grown men that are that small. There's a couple of outliers, but most of them that are that small are your 17, 18, your young guys that are just getting into manhood. And so that's kind of interesting there, is that we do have a whole crop of basically green arm wrestlers.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll be a revolving cycle where there's always new people that are competing in the 150,
right,
that haven't grown up yet.
Who was it earlier that said nobody cares about anybody other than super heavyweights?
Oh, Daddy.
Probably Matt Silva. Yeah.
So
I think that's hilarious. But for me personally, I might
the fact that you just called him Daddy, Jeff, don't ever.
You gotta
do that shit again.
Renege. You gotta renege on that, dude.
That was a jab.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but I gotta say, for me personally, I prefer, if I was gonna watch an arm wrestling match, I prefer to watch arm wrestlers that are under like 135. I think.
Oh, they're exciting. They're exciting.
I think.
Oh shit, we watched
better
last time.
Arm wrestlers.
Last time we were on, we watched the match between Tara Terry and and Grace Bear. That's one of the matches I'm most excited about in North versus South. It's the technical ability of those girls and at that lightweight, man. It's just it's pretty
And you
awesome
can
to
actually
watch.
see something. You don't just see a giant arm. Like you don't even know if it's
Yeah.
just giant. You don't know, where the table is. There's just huge bodies on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a lot more athleticism out of necessity. The bigger we get, the more we can compensate with, maybe one muscle group or whatever, and it can look very one-sided. I just see it more often. I know it's not the case every time, but with those really, really light weights, they're forced to use everything. Like I see more grinder hook matches from
Yeah.
people that are actually
Well, you know what's funny about that? That's a good point, because even in our practice,
connected.
yeah, even on our practice, we got Charlie. He's one of our smaller guys, and he's in that class with like Santino and all those guys. And anytime we have a new guy come in, because Charlie's not super powerful, he's a lighter weight guy, but the ability and the necessity for them to develop like solid fundamentals and solid technique to try to compete with the heavier guys, they just are such well-rounded arm wrestlers. Look at Santino. Like, he's one of the best coaches right now that I've watched. Like, just his ability to pick apart your game and tell you where you're messing up and things that you need to work on, because he's had no choice but to have to sharpen all of his tools because he lacks the size to compete with the heavier weight classes.
Right. Yep. Yeah. The synergistic abilities are going to be usually better, like if one of us, like say you or me, Jeff, were to pull Santino, you can guarantee that he's probably going to be using like 5-6 muscle groups.
Yeah.
When we might be, using like 3, not because we're trying to like half-ass it, but because we have a harder time accessing, all 5 or 6 at the same time. But they perfect that. Yeah.
Hey, what's the date of North versus South, so I can put it in my calendar?
July 20th.
July 20th and 21st.
Yeah, and if you want to just come out the day before, you can. We will have the B&B the day before.
So it's the 20th and the 21st. So the 20th is this Friday?
Saturday
and Sunday.
Yeah, no,
Saturday,
I was just saying that. I mean, the 21st
Gotcha.
is just the day after everybody hanging out. But yeah, no,
Oh,
the event is all on Saturday.
Oh, so okay. So we're not hanging out the night before?
No, there's a party
well,
house.
that's what Kane is saying. So
before.
we have the B&B for Friday through Sunday. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, B&B is the 19th through the 21st.
Yeah, I'm
everybody's
thinking I'm gonna
welcome
come
to
out
come earlier. I think the earlier the better, and that's kind of what we did last time. We all hung out the day before. We ate food together, chilled around the pool, and then walked into North versus South real comfortable instead of showing up, that day.
I think I'm gonna come up and stay the night Friday night with everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I might do that. I think I might grab a room because I have like a bunch of hotels.com points.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, they got the Airbnb too.
If you're bringing your kids and everything, yeah, I suppose you would want your own space.
No. I was saying you guys have the Airbnb. I'm really just looking for the BBWs. Jeff.
I'm sure they're gonna have a Buffalo Wild Wings out there, buddy.
Oh, man.
Yep, the other one.
Yeah, the good thing about the B&B, I mean, it is nice, but it's literally like just a few minutes away from the event. So a lot of us, that do drive out there, it would be a cheap Uber ride if you're wanting to drink or whatever, to the B&B. So yeah,
I'm gonna have to quit driving with somebody.
Place, go for it. But I think we do have some beds available. And Josh, at this point, I'm not really interested in selling off beds or anything. Let's just I don't know, and try and put people where we can put them. and make it happen.
If you got a bed for me Friday night, I'll be out there Friday night.
Cool, man. All right. There's gonna be a big backyard. I'm gonna be camping out with my wife and kid out in the grass. It's gonna be
That's
hot.
awesome.
Oh, we probably won't even bring a tent. We'll just lay out a blow up mattress or something like that.
They don't have mosquitoes around here. There's no mosquitoes in California.
Yeah, screw all that, dude.
No,
Yeah, dude,
I mean, you're gonna have to go up higher to Oregon to get to the nasty ones.
Yeah,
or like
because in Minnesota they would eat you
NorCal.
alive.
Yeah, you'd have to go
done.
closer to like water, I think. Maybe
I was trying to figure out where I
Okay, so
recognize
there's
your
no
accent
Bakersfield
from.
is desert, huh? That's kind of where all the oil fields are, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, Mike's
Yeah,
accent is
Yeah,
Minnesota.
they're literally
he's
their little
Minnesota.
town there.
Is Minnesota.
It's called Oildale.
Oil.
His Minnesota accent.
Yeah. Yeah, you see all the derricks out there, and yeah, it's definitely an oil town.
They don't have like the
Well, it's
natural
like
gas. They
Bakersfield
don't have
is
like the
where you-
natural gas like flame. They're like blowing or they're burning off all the natural gas, so there's just like constant flames there. Is it like North Dakota? No.
No.
Florida.
Okay.
No, but you can hit right there in Bakersfield is where you get on the highway to go out towards the high desert and stuff.
Yeah, it's a nice ride. We'll be taking the 395 out there, Mike. So we'll be on the east side of the Sierras headed up. So a lot more scenic than taking the 5 or something like that. So the 395 we'll just be riding along, on the desert side of the Sierras. And so you kind of like hit the forest a little bit, kind of
Isn't it like a giant sequoia forest or something on the way there? Or something?
That's in my hometown. That's where I live.
Oh,
That's along
the
the coast,
gateway.
isn't it?
The gateway to the Sequoia National Park is right here, Visalia, California. That's where I live.
That's close to Bakersfield, right? Or no?
It's about
That's
40.
south.
It's about 45 minutes north.
North? Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's worth it if you ever want to go
Yeah,
up there.
I was planning on bringing my daughter up there. And going
I grew up in the little tiny town right underneath the sequoias called Three Rivers, and it was just a tourist town for the Sequoia National Park. And I actually worked in the park too.
Cool.
Yeah, they have 2 of the biggest trees in the world right there.
General Sherman.
Yeah,
So
General
have you,
Sherman and the General Grant.
Yep.
And
have
those
you
are
heard of the missing 411? You ever heard of that?
No, what's that?
Oh, it's just a bunch of, like crazy disappearances out of national parks. There's a lot in California.
Oh yeah. I didn't know that's called missing 411, but yeah, we've heard of tons of parties that go out there and guy wakes up and eats everybody's face and shit. I mean, there's a lot.
That's a lot up
stuff
in Humboldt County too, in the national park up there, and mostly that's just getting killed because you stumbled across somebody's weed farm.
So excited, guys. See you there.
Hey, I want to shout out real quick because I noticed earlier today, whenever we were I was looking at the Patterson flyer today, and I realized that Dan, how do you say his last name? Wardlaw?
Yeah, Wardlaw.
Yeah, he's donating funds for the master's class at Patterson, and I just thought that was really, really fucking cool.
I could be in the
I just read
class,
that too.
actually.
Yeah, so the master class is going to get paid in each class $100 for first, 75 for second, and 50 for third place.
Sign up.
Yeah,
Kane's
for
sign
masters,
up.
dude. I think it's awesome, man. It's really cool. I just want to shout that guy out real quick.
You qualify for Masters too, Mike?
Well, at North versus South, I will be 40 years old, right?
42.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, it's 42?
Is it 42?
Yeah, 42.
It's 40.
I thought
Is it?
UAL said 40, right?
Yeah.
It's 40. Yeah,
40.
It's always been 40.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
You got 4 more years.
Oh, I'm there. Jeff, is that still a mech mod, dude? Are you still hitting a mech mod?
Yes, sir.
Fuck, that's scary, dude.
Oh man, I've been doing it for freaking 10 years. I make my own coils, my own juice.
You got your own
Everything.
game down tight, huh?
Oh yeah, man. I have for 10 years. I've been ever since they came out, bro.
I've always
I've
wanted
never,
to try one, but I'm too scared.
I
My
never
buddy is
went
being
to
what is it?
the
Squanch?
you're
Oh, squonkers. Yeah,
the
squonkers.
Squonkers.
Or whatever. Just
Yeah.
blow those huge clouds. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
well that's what this is. That's
That's what that's for. Yeah.
this is a mechanical, so it's just adding to battery. Yeah.
Good
But
way
I-
to blow
yeah.
your nuts off.
I make my own
Let's
juice and everything.
Give us a big old dragon cloud.
Huh?
Give us a big old dragon cloud, Jeff. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Lord.
see.
Yeah, some of them doesn't even come
my
close to
Marlboros
that.
aren't so bad.
Yeah.
That was like 6 Marlboros in one hit right there. You just did. Jeez Louise.
Dude. Just got one of those DeWalt
clouds hitting
battery
the floor and you're still blowing it out. That's pretty cool.
I hit it in the if I hit it in the living room, my wife always yells at me.
Dude, you should start your own TikTok where you sabotage her TikTok videos.
Well, I'm really grateful. Today I no, dude, when you see her content on her TikTok, she has her own little like life on there, like this whole makeup life that she made up. And it's for entertainment purposes only, but like she gets on there and she's got a super hot lesbian wife, and her wife is her wife is the father of our baby. Dude, it's wild, but her fans love it, and dude, she was just on tonight. She told me when she came in the room, she made $375 just tonight on the TikTok. She was in here for 3 hours.
What? So where's this hot lesbian? Did you keep her in the house?
No, she lives she lives in Missouri, I think.
In the basement.
Oh, okay.
No, but they just, they get on. She's like the head wife, and all these, married women are like drooling over her, and my wife basically tells them she'll fuck them up if I don't know. It's so funny, dude. You just gotta watch it.
Jesus, that's funny, dude. 375. I'm gonna start selling pictures of my feet.
So you could like green screen like the baby and the lesbian.
You can't give away the secrets, dude, because if one of the followers are watching, it'll ruin it.
Is it in one? Or?
She'll just bring them on screen and be like, "See, this is her baby,"
Gotcha.
Yeah. And she calls me her side husband. Because I'm always making dinner for the kids and taking care of the house and shit. So
the 375 in 3 hours, you are the side husband, dude. I'm fine with that too.
I'm okay with it. I'm
fine with that too, bro.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Do you TikTok star, dude?
Yeah. Hey, dude, it just happened like really naturally. She just made these funny videos because she's really funny, and my wife can sing. She's like a really, really good singer. And so she got on TikTok and started doing her thing, and then caught the attention of that chick.
I almost feel like that's like a no duh, right? Because your wife is black. Of course, you can sing really well.
Oh yeah,
do everything really fucking well.
So I got to tell you the freaking story that did it. I forget that we're on YouTube still, but fuck it. So I got with her, and her family. They do a family reunion every year in LA because that's where they're all from. And we go down to Compton to spend some time with her family, and they go to this place called Cowboys, which is a bowling alley and also like a black karaoke bar. And I'm from like the Central Valley of California, and the only karaoke you do out here is Achy Breaky Heart, and
maybe some Isai's Baby.
There's a tear in my beer or whatever. We just do country music and shit out here.
Yeah.
And so I go down there, and I'm not kidding you, dude. I'm the only white guy in the crowd.
Please tell me you did Achy Breaky Heart, dude.
I didn't sing, bro. Are you kidding me? Hell no. No, but so her mom gets up and just blows the house down. Her dad gets up and
oh my God,
has all the old ladies wanting his number. Her sister gets up and just melts the crowd. She's got 4 sisters, and all 4 of them sing. And then she's the last one. And I'm like, this is fucking incredible. I cannot believe this. And her dad looks at me and he goes, You haven't
turn.
heard Briette sing. She's better than all of them. And my wife
Whoa,
got up
dude.
there, and I mean, leaving there that night, it was a wrap. That was it. Marrying this girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, there's still 3 sisters.
Good story.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. She sang "I'm Going Down." Who sings
Oh,
that?
dude, nice.
Yeah. It was awesome. And she was in the military. And they had like tryouts for people to sing the national anthem at her graduation ceremony. And like a couple people volunteered, and then once they heard her sing, they're like, "Never mind." You know?
Yeah. That's off. That's how I felt too in high
And
school. I was in the
master's-
gospel choir in high school, and I would listen to all my friends sing, and I'd be like, I don't even want to do this anymore.
Yeah. Her master sergeant came up to her and he was like, "All right, none of that running shit. Just sing the song and get off stage."
Keep it to a minute flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She still put her flavor on it, but she couldn't go crazy, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I like it. I like how a lot of songs they just turn into like when you seen like Jamie Foxx's stand up, and at the end he'll sing, you know?
Oh yeah.
Dude, he's incredible, but he makes like everything sound like you want to have a baby, and he makes every theme song last like 5 minutes.
Oh man,
It's so good.
The stuff that I've been privy to, just being a part of this family, I'm blessed, man.
Dude,
So
have you gotten to go to Black Church yet?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Dude, I went to one time, and it was like the funnest
there
I've
is
ever had in my life.
There is nothing compared to a black barbecue, man. Nothing like it.
I have to check. I have to check my pass. I don't know if it expired. I don't know if it expired when I moved away or what.
Oh man. Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, those are good, dude.
Yeah. Oh, and her dad, he's from Louisiana too, so he does the gumbo and the jambalaya and all.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing like a good seafood gumbo.
Uh-huh.
It's in the groove.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so go check her out on TikTok. She's hilarious. And
Already
she gave me a
followed her.
shout out. She gave me a shout out on her live today. So like I had like 150 people come over to my channel and
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Shout out to my side husband.
Yeah. He's an arm wrestler, you know.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Yeah.
He's really good. I think he's ranked in California, and I'm like, you think I'm your husband? What do you mean? I told you everything. You know?
I think he's pretty good. I don't know.
We got my teammate Derek Trung is in the house.
Yo, my son.
Yeah, we got on our team. We call him Big Derek. Yeah. Let's see. We got Atlantis IRL. Benjimac is back in the house. Guys, I think I'm gonna shut this thing down.
Yeah.
Go see my little ladies. And it's been a pleasure having you on. Good talk tonight. Hashed out a few more matches. Really good stuff there. So everybody in the chat, thank you for tuning in.
I think I'm kind of ready, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I'm kind of ready.
But what's going on with Jeff's forearm?
Monsters, bro.
Dude, what's wrong with it?
Monsters.
I don't know. It's looking kind of small, Jeff.
Yeah.
No, are you kidding me, bro? Come on.
Oh, there you go. That one looks good. No, that one, nope, not comparable. Go back to the other one.
Bro, I got
Hey, you already know. I
Disneyland
went to
turkey leg, bro.
practice.
Go back to the other one.
I got a calf muscle, man.
Go back to the
It's
other
like
one.
you broke your bone and it's just like poking out right there.
Yeah.
I do have like a little, you see that? Every time I flex, if I don't flex, it goes away. But when I flex, it's like a calcium. It's like a calcium bubble, and it turns white.
Capillary refill.
Dude, it's weird.
It's a what, Mike?
Capillary refill, like when you push on your finger and it turns white, and then you let it go and it turns red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes away. But whenever I flex, it just turns white. I don't know.
Well, I mean, your wife.
Tom Nelson said that's what he had whenever he flexed for his daughter and his freaking arm exploded. His muscle like freaking exploded.
Yeah, that's that synthol, dude.
Yeah, we got a lot of smart people arm wrestling, huh?
No, you're the only one, Kane.
Yeah. I think you might be the only intelligent one.
No.
Yeah. Hey, so you take your kid to work with you, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so cool. I love it.
Yeah. What were you just doing? Like plastering with her, or
mud texture? After some drywall. That was just for a remodel. Got rid of some ugly popcorn ceiling and a bay window and put some nice natural texture in there.
Your wife worked with you too?
She has before. She's helped me do a little bit of painting for the most part, but yeah, these days, like we've got a great babysitter. We have a close by neighbor that has a homestead, and Odette will go over there and help her like in the garden and with the chickens and the goats and stuff.
That's amazing.
But sometimes, that they go and do stuff. This week they're out on vacation. So on times like that, I try and just, schedule things out where I'm mostly doing management. So I can just have her strapped and just kind of like, point and stuff and, not do that much. If I am doing something, it's for fun, like that bay window or something like that. But, yeah, it's been good.
Hey, have you guys
She's
seen
getting big, man? She looks really cute.
Have you guys seen
Pay her
Kane and
workman's
Malia
comp
dance?
if she gets injured.
That's true. Dude, you should start paying her.
Yeah, you
Right?
gotta tax us.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
we're paying her. I think she has more in her savings account than I do.
Dude, I just had to deal with the other day when I renewed my insurance policy. I just had to deal with them telling me, okay, so you have to exclude your daughter off of there. That way, if she steals your car in the middle of the night or something, you're not liable for it. And I'm like, what? Like, she's not gonna take my car, right? But still, like, I'm like, damn. Now I'm at that age where, or she's at that age where I'm like, oh shit. Like, the insurance is worried about her taking the car. I'm like, man. So, yeah. But I didn't exclude her.
Kane, when are y'all gonna get back to dancing, dude?
We'll be doing it. I mean, we've been doing it. We'll be doing that tomorrow night and Saturday night.
Competing, dude.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know. Malia like could do that today. Like me, I'm still learning, but yeah,
Have you seen them dance?
I've seen some stuff.
I've seen some stuff on your YouTube. Yeah.
What is it, like ballroom or what?
Yeah, dude, they're like legit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Kane's a jack of all trades.
Well, come on, with a name like Fontecchio, bro, you better know that he's into some of that romance shit. You already know,
dude.
So
that's what I was gonna say when we were talking about my wife. Like opposites truly attract because I have no talent at all in singing or dancing or anything.
Yeah, when we first met, we made a deal with each other. So she was like this well-to-do girl that like, she was younger, her early 20s, and I was already like 30, and she almost had her master's degree, and like I was like living in a back house with like 2 shitty jobs, and literally my house was like I didn't have a bed because I turned my bed into a drum stage. All I had was like musical equipment. Yeah, just musical equipment. And she showed me like these videos of her dancing salsa and stuff with some like professionals and everything. And I was like so intimidated by it. And she wanted me to like dance with her and learn to dance. And man, I was not about it. It was so awkward for me.
Yeah, but you can't continue to let her dance with them Fabios, dude.
No way. Yeah, that wasn't
Fuck those guys.
So we made a deal. What a
Oh my
cutie.
god.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude.
Adorable. Look at that face.
I need to get me one of those, man.
Oh wait, hang on. Now you get it, Josh.
Yeah, just let me know. I got all your French bulldog needs covered.
Yeah.
Ooh, I need
That's
a
a gorgeous pup.
what does a Merle go for?
I mean, people are crazy. They'll tell you that the dogs that I have are worth like 10 to 20 grand. But yeah, I won't pay that much. So like, I won't ask that much. Right. But I'll sell Merle dogs all day for like $2,500, $2,000. If it's like a good friend or whatever, $1,500 with AKC registration and all that.
That's nuts, dude. Yeah, there's this lady that lives in this complex with me, and she has 2 of them. They're pretty cool.
That's a
they're good dogs.
Look at
They're
that,
really
dude.
good dogs.
My little guy.
I got a couple more. They're just dirty. They're dirty because they're like living in their own little stuff. But she's a full suit Merle. So, but they're platinum Merle. So they have like a silver color, and then like the boy, this is the runt. So he's like just so
dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, but their mom is what's called a rainbow, and so she
I don't think
carries.
they like to be called that. I think there's a better term for that.
She carries every possible color combination for the Frenchie. So, which is like a super rare thing, like when you get into breeding and all that, because I've been showing dogs like in the show ring for a long time. When you get into that part, people care about the lineage and what the dog carries and what the possibilities of their bloodline are.
Yeah.
Right. So she is the mom is super rare because she can throw anything. She can throw lilac, she can throw Isabella, she can throw Merle, she can throw platinum, whatever.
Yeah. My cousin does that. He's got a page on Instagram called Boss Bully Gang, and he breeds like little micro bullies.
Oh
and
yeah, I know. They're up north, right?
They're here in SoCal.
Oh, okay. Because I know a dude that has Boss Bullies, and like his main dog is the chocolate tri little bully named Boss.
I think his I don't know what you call him, but like his most featured dog was his name was Draco.
Okay.
But yeah, he's my cousin. He won't even sell me a dog for less than like $3,000.
Is it your
that's the thing is like I have a lot of people that call me nuts, right? And they're like, dude, what are you doing? Like, do you understand like what the quality? And I'm like, of course I do, but I live in the Central Valley, and like if we're being honest, demographically, like people here don't have that much money to spend. They just don't. Like not everybody here has $4 or $5 grand to throw at a dog. So yeah, if I was living in Beverly Hills or something, of course I'd probably be selling them for 12 to 15 grand a piece, because that's what the norm is. But I try to keep it. I'm much more about the dog going to a good home and me being able to see it later than I am just making one quick buy. I mean, I could make one quick sell like all day, but then who knows,
How would they do like one of those do like in an apartment setting? Because that's why I won't get a dog.
That's what they're the best for. Like a lot of people get the Frenchies or the Yorkies or the Maltese or little dogs like that, toy dogs for apartments, because they're very they'll play and they'll run around the yard, but other than that, they're a docile dog. They also have no problem chilling at the end of the couch all day. They'll do what you want them to do.
They're stubborn. They're stubborn.
They have their own little boys are different than girls. But they have their own temperament, but they're a very loyal dog. Like they pick like their owner and that's it. And they're like, imprinted or whatever you will, like they're on you and that's it. But yeah, they're a great dog. They're easy to take care of. I was first into the bullies. Like I did the American Staffordshire Terriers and the Staffordshire Bull Terrier from England. And then just about 5 years ago, I got into the French Bulldogs because my wife wanted to downsize because we had, 15 dogs that were 85 pounds. Right. So
yeah, it's a lot of food.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
isn't your
food,
male
that.
male from the same bloodline as Two Chains dog or something like that? I remember
Yeah,
you
yeah,
saying
yeah. So Two Chains has a dog, his little dog that he goes everywhere with. It's off of a dog called Micro Machine. That's who my dog is off of, also from Beverly Hills, Beverly
sick.
Hills Frenchie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
he's
that's
the
the
one
dad of my
who,
dog.
like on paper, his lineage should be going for like 10 grand plus. But he also doesn't look like your average Frenchie. Like my boy he's pretty dang sick. He's a cool looking dog.
Hey, Kane, you got a
and
bail, dude?
it's a stacker. Huh?
No, you guys are good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking about it, dude. I was actually my daughter would like a.
I'll get him and
he would
show
like
you
an animal.
real quick.
I like his theory behind it too, because a lot of like American, Americanized French bulldogs, they have health problems and stuff, but because his bloodline is like the little bit like it's straight. They're like the original bull terrier or French bulldogs. They're bigger.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah, that's Tex. Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy. So they
That's
don't
a
have as
very
many
good
health
boy.
problems. They don't have as many health problems because they're bigger,
Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about with like the Frenchies, because I know the neighbor lady I have, she has one, and he's just got like chronic goopy eye. It's just always goopy.
A lot of people, so just like the bullies, like you're talking about, the little micro ones.
Yeah.
A lot of people try to do the same thing with the Frenchies and downsize them and keep breeding them smaller and smaller, and it ruins the breed. It makes they have a deviated septum, and their nose is smashed and all this different stuff. His bloodline is from France. The French Bulldog, the original French Bulldog, is closer to 27 to 30 pounds than it is 10 to 12 pounds. Like some of these, people have these small little things, and then they only live like 4 to 6 years. They start having problems. These ones right here, they're going to live, 15 years, 20 years, stuff like that.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
But that's the difference between an AKC, like a champion bloodline, or just some run of the mill dog that you can buy everywhere.
Yeah. All right. Well, I know who I'm calling when I'm ready to get a dog.
Yeah, they're awesome. All right, guys. My wife's giving me the evil eye. I've got to go.
Okay.
All right. It's been a good one tonight. Thanks
Good
for
night,
popping
everybody.
on. Let's do it again.
Hey, thanks for setting up that match for me, man. I'm stoked.
Hey, wish us luck up in Patterson.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. This weekend is it's amazing. Like I said, for anybody that hasn't pulled Patterson, it's one of those tournaments where you either you don't want to miss it, or you got to definitely put it on your itinerary for next year.
It's incredible.
This is the 52nd year that it's been going consecutively, which is the longest standing tournament in the whole nation. And like I said, just thousands of spectators in the street. It's a huge fair, and the arm wrestling is the center of it all, of the Apricot Festival. And people come from all over the Western Hemisphere to come to the Apricot Festival. It's kind of like the World Ag Expo, but just for apricots.
Dude, I just went to that.
Awesome.
The World Ag
Expo. The Ag
awesome.
Expo's in my town in Tulare.
Yeah, I was at the last one.
That's where I live. That's the town I live in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys.
Well, good luck.
Take it easy. Thanks.
Have a good night.
Yep. Yeah. Later, Mike.